We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, 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 everybody. If you love God, love people, and love real estate, you're in the right place. My name is Forston, and a lot of people call me Mr. ILF. I am the trademark owner of the independent living facility model. So we tell people just like this all the time. If you love God, love people, and love real estate, you're in the absolute right place. So before we go too far, as we always do, can you guys give me a mic check? Let me know that you guys can hear me loud and clear. As y'all can see, I'm by myself today. I'm solo, so Shay's not with me today. So I want to make sure that they can hear me loud and clear. What's going on, Mary Long? Mary, can you hear me loud and clear, Mary? I want to make sure that everybody can hear me loud and clear, and then we're going to jump right into it because as you guys see, today's topic is what documents do you need to run this independent living facility, right? So I want to make sure, because I'm seeing a lot of stuff inside of our free Facebook group, the ILF Academy, that people are asking about paperwork and what do you need. Certain people are leading folks to Chat GPT, and that's great. But as your big brother, I want to make sure that you guys are getting the right stuff. Now, obviously, if you're in our coaching, I'm going to give you the paperwork, right? I went through a $40,000 lawsuit, right? And I can show you the receipt from it, that when I went through that, my lawyer charged me $8,000 to build that paperwork, right? Because I wasn't structured the right way. So we're going to talk a lot about that kind of stuff today. And I want to make sure that I don't care if you get my paperwork, if you find it in the playground, on the ground somewhere, or you get it from Chat GPT. I want to make sure that you guys have some of the right language in it. And I want to make sure that you guys are protected. Now, my wish is that you do get our paperwork, which comes with all of our packages. And we're going to be talking about that. But one more time before we jump in it too far, man, where are you guys from? Where are you located? Put in the chat, city and state. Look, Tanya said that she can hear me loud and clear. Lisa said, what's up, big brother? Special KDJ says, hello from Detroit. Mary say, what's going on, big brother? Let me know what city and state you guys are from. And I also want to do a quick recap on the masterclass. How many of you guys were live for the masterclass December the 10th? And boy, if you missed that, shame on you. Because we talked for 3 hours and 58 minutes. When I was done praying, which I always leave out with prayer, guys, I had talked for 3 hours and 58 minutes. If you were a part of that masterclass on December the 10th, put a number 10 in the chat. I want to just see who's here that was also at the masterclass. Then I want to know just like who's completely new to me. Say, Derek, man, I don't know you, bro. Like I just found you yesterday, Derek. And God bless you because I've been praying for what I heard you talking about. So type in the chat new if you just new to me. But I want to just know how many people were at that masterclass. How many people came to the masterclass like Mary? Like the Frink family, like Miss Lisa did. How many people came to that class like Miss Z, the Tolliver family? She said it was a 10. She said it was great and she's excited. And look at all of these new people like Miss Z. Miss Stephanie's new to me. Stephanie said, Derek, I don't know you. Roddy say, I don't know you, Derek. Ebony don't know me. And this is what I love. And I don't know where it's coming from, but I guess the light bulb's coming on with a lot of people. And I simply say that if you love God and you love people and you love real estate, or you've been always trying to get into real estate, I'm your new big brother now. So for all of the new people like Miss Z, go ahead and type in the chat, what's up, big bro? Because I'm now your new big brother. So I'm Derek Forston. I'm actually in Orlando, Florida. But I'm super proud, man, because with God and my team, our coaching is actually in 40 states, but it works in all 50 states. So that's why I love to ask people like, where are you guys located? Because like the Frink family, Sharonda, like, where are you from? I always like to see, will somebody name an area where I don't have coaching at? Like, prime example, I'm not coaching nobody right now in Washington, D.C. I'm not coaching nobody in Hawaii. That's still part of the U.S. So we got 10 more states to put our foot stamp on, and we're going to be all over the place. But Ohio, y'all can't name a place right now where we're not. Let's play a game. Before I get too deep into what this is and how all of this started, Tennessee, we're there. Guys, we're in 40 states in terms of our coaching, but it works in all 50 states. So everybody put in the chat, where are you guys located? And to all of my new people, you in for a treat because you probably been praying for something just like this. You were probably like me. I was a social worker for many years trying to figure this out too, y'all. And God messed around and showed me my dream through a lady that was doing this the wrong way. You know, December the 10th, man, I gave a master class and literally laid out the blueprint. And boy, if you missed it, again, shame on you. But we got some new stuff coming up, and don't you worry about it. Because we're now building this new group that I'll even admit, guys, it's like it's built, but nothing's even in it. And guys, what I'm setting the goal for, I'm setting the goal to have, just like our free Facebook group right now, it's over 15,000 people in that group. It's going to be just like that, but on steroids. Prime example, I would never put that masterclass replay in that free academy. But in this new group, I am. And guys, this group, I'll be honest, it should be $500 a month. But I'm going to make it so stupid, guys, that I hope you feel bad about it if you don't do it. It's only going to be $5 a month. So, guys, for 16 cents a day, this new group going to be similar to the Facebook Academy, the free group, but on steroids. The master class is going in it. I'm going to put teaching in it. And I still want everybody to work and grow together just like the free group. Only difference is I am going to be going a little bit further in this group. But the main purpose is for y'all to learn and grow together. But when I put resources inside of it, like the free group don't have no resources. We all just network and grow together. This new group for 16 cents, guys, it's going to have resources, PDFs, downloads. So I want to be able to help everybody, whether you can afford my one-on-one coaching, the legacy, the DIY, or you say, Derek, I ain't buying nothing from you, bro. I'm going to just come to YouTube 7 days a week because I know you teach it there. Perfect. And then you're the kind of person I also want to join this group. So out of the 15,000 people that's in that free group, I don't expect for all of them to go, but I do expect for 10,000 of y'all to go over to this group. That's going to be $5. And we're going to talk about how you guys can get in that too. But before you pay me a dime, especially for you new people, let me go through again where all of this came from. And if I'm going too fast, y'all just type in the chat, slow it down, Derek. Because what a lot of my new people don't know, I talk fast and sometimes I stutter. But one thing I'm real good at is to make sure you understand what this is. So watch me break it down really slowly. Guys, I am just like most of y'all. I love God, I love people, and I've been trying to get into real estate my whole life. And I'll use this phrase, but God messed around and showed me my dream through a lady that was actually doing it the wrong way. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the daylight from idea to implementation. Most of y'all want to know, Derek, how in the world do we start? Right? Now, what you don't know, or especially if you knew that I got a free webinar that I want all of y'all to watch. And if you just text the phrase more info, my assistant Mara put that on the screen. If you just text more info to the phone number she's going to put on that screen, that webinar is free. I want you to just watch that and indulge in it because that's going to break it down to you and probably answer 90% of your questions. And then once you start joining us 7 days a week on this YouTube channel like today, like that's what's going to tie it all together. And then you, God, and your family decide, do you get the one-on-one coaching, the DIY coaching, or do you just join me every day and get it from this? I have no preference, actually. Right? So watch this. Independent living facilities is something that we trademarked. So when you guys hear other people talking about it, they faking. And most of them are actually receiving cease and desist letters this week going into next week. Guys, we trademarked it. No different from you guys can't go start a hamburger restaurant and call it McDonald's. You can't go start your coffee company tomorrow and name it Starbucks. Neither can you call this an ILF or independent living and call yourself teaching it. Now, if you do it, that's different. But teaching it, guys, we own the blueprint of teaching the model of it. So again, welcome. I'm your new big brother. And all this means is just an environment where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. Now, for my older people, y'all bear with me because I got a lot of new people here today. Y'all used to hearing this. But for my new people, I always got to show them where it came from because today, remember, we're going to talk about what documents you need not to end up in jail or the Channel 8 news. That, guys, I end up on the news the wrong way. And guys, I went through lawsuits, $40,000 lawsuit because I was doing it the wrong way. Not because I was a bad guy. I was just didn't have the knowledge of it. The devil is a liar that's going to happen to y'all under me now. Make sense? So lucky for me, man, I had a really smart wife who's God-led that felt like she said, Derek, God told us to trademark it many years ago. We done it. Never thought it would come to a day that where this model will now take over the whole world. Let that be a lesson to whatever God has put in your heart. Don't procrastinate. Do it. When Shay said trademark this thing years ago, I was like, okay, cool. What is a trademark and why do we need it? Needless to say, now this movement of housing is changing lives in every city in America now. Glory be to God that he blessed me with a wife that could hear and that told it to me. He that findeth a wife findeth a what? A good thing. So luckily for me, I got a good thing. I said, Derek, let's trademark it. And now because I have people like you who've been praying to God, your prayer has been answered today. Because these are not group homes. They're not IDDs. They're none of that stuff that require a license. An independent living facility is simply an environment, again, that doesn't require staff, no medical oversight, because we're not driving people around, no transportation. I'm not feeding people. I'm not offering food. And the biggest one, I'm definitely not giving out medication. Some of you all are coming to me as a nurse. Type in the chat, nurse, if you're a nurse. Some of you all are just like me and you was a social worker. Type in the chat, social worker. If you was a case manager any time in your life, type in the chat, case manager. Because most people that find us, it ain't by coincidence. You're probably already in human services. Type the word social services. You say, there, well, I ain't no nurse. I'm not a doctor or a case manager, but there, I'm in the social service aspect. I guarantee you 80% of people here today, and see, Sharon said, I'm a nurse. Miss K said, I'm a nurse. See what I'm saying? Like, guys, I'm not a psychic. I'm no genius. Look at the chat. And watch this. If you none of those, check off this box and type me in the chat if this fits you. Do you love God, love people, and always been trying to get into real estate? That means you want a ministry. Type the word me. And I'll admit, if you don't fit none of those, I might be the wrong big brother for you. Because we love God, we love people, we love real estate, and I don't hide this. We want to make a bunch of money doing it. Some people try to hide that. How can we build the kingdom? How can I be the biggest giver in my community, the biggest giver in my church, the biggest giver in my family if I'm not making no dadgum money? And God, not Derek, God was a genius when he said, Derek, you know what? You want to make more than 28 grand a year as a social worker? Let's combine real estate and social services together. Guys, this is me as that social worker trying to figure my life out. This is me now seeing a lady that's making 41 grand a month housing people in rats and roaches. Ding, 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 ding. Guys, I didn't make this up. I barely finished high school. My wife tricked me to go to college. And through my college degree, God gave me a job to where I saw this. Can y'all see this burnt up kitchen on this screen? Can y'all see the beds on the floor? Now, if you're not on my YouTube channel, you don't know what I'm talking about. So if you're on TikTok, if you're podcasting me, if you're anywhere to where you can only hear me, please come to Forston Consultants on YouTube. And guys, I'm not very techy and my wife ain't here today. Can y'all see my pictures or am I just talking? Because if y'all can see my pictures on YouTube, then that means I got my screen up right. Can y'all see them beds on the ground? That lady was making $41,000 a month. TikTok, I'm putting it in the chat right now where you guys need to come. I'm putting it back to back, TikTok, in the chat right now at Forston Consultants. Please come there and tell me that you came from TikTok. Say, big brother, I just came from TikTok. And please tell me from Birmingham. Can you see that, Birmingham? Where's that family that said y'all came from Atlanta and it's 17 of y'all in front of an 80-inch screen TV? Congratulations to you and your family. That's what this is about. The Moore family with two O's, with two O's, M-O-O-R-E. You say you guys got 17 people in Atlanta. You are watching me right now in front of us. 17 people crowding your family on an 80-inch screen TV. Can y'all see this burnt up kitchen? This lady that showed me this, y'all was making $41,000 a month. And the first thing she told me, she said, Derek, I'll never teach you how to do this. You keep sending me these people. And y'all, I'll admit, I never saw this, what y'all see on screen, until I snuck to her place a couple years ago. Now it's like 9 years ago, 10 years ago. Guys, I started the job in 2011. Never saw the inside of one of these places ever. Can y'all see these beds on cinder blocks? How can you make $41,000 a month and sleep good at night knowing you got people sleeping on the floor? And the roaches are running in and out of the cabinets. Mice running in and out of the cabinets. The devil is a liar. So as a social worker begging God to get into this, I saw the rats, the roaches, and the filth in the ground. And I just simply said, God, why not me? Get into this and do it the right way. I said, God, I make 28 grand a year trying to feed my family. And I'll be honest, y'all, I started hating on that lady. I said, God, she mistreating your people. I said, God, is she making a bunch of money doing it? Because, guys, she didn't tell me. One day she opened up her phone and she said, Derek, you know what? She said, Derek, I'll never teach you how to do this, but let me show you what I make doing it. And as y'all knew, big brother, you're going to notice the longer you hang out, the longer you hang around us, we don't even talk about the money that much. But because my new family is here, I got to show y'all where it came from. I'm no genius. I barely made it out of the 12th grade. And thank God I got a great wife. Shay tricked me to go to school, y'all. Shay drove me to a college one day and said, Derek, let's just go see what they offer. Guys, when we got back in the car, I said, babe, did that lady say I start next Thursday? Thank God for a great wife. 4.5 years later, I walk across the stage in Jacksonville, Florida with a degree in human services and didn't know what I was going to do with it. Shay just said, Derek, you got to do something with yourself, man. She said, you got a good job and you a hustler and you always got something going on, but you got some motion about yourself. But Derek, what are you going to do with your life? And when Shay gave me and took me to that school, guys, these rats and roaches that you see on screen, this is the wrong way. That girl showed me fun. She took out her phone and she said, Derek, I'll never teach you this. She said, but look at here. She went boop, 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 boop. Look, Derek. And guys, she scrolled month for month for month. And there was never a month where it went below 41 grand. That's why I remember that number. I remember my lawsuit at 40, and I remember that girl showed me 41 grand on her phone. Housing people in these conditions. Lord have mercy. And I instantly went to praying to God. And if y'all been seeing my social media, I've been kind of showing y'all lately that I said, man, I don't pray to God in some like so strategic, I call it concrete prayers that are just so stale. I talk to God just like I'm talking to y'all. I say, God, you obviously know what I want to do because you just showed me through this lady. I say, look at these rats. Look at these roaches. I say, God, you know what's cool about you, though? You love me just like you love this lady. I say, but God, I'm struggling. I'm trying to feed my family. And God, I feel poor myself. I make 28 grand a year. How can I support my family to the level I want to? I say, God, and no coincidence that you showed me my dream through a lady that's doing it like this. Y'all see that boy sitting on that bed? And because I knew y'all weren't gonna believe me, and not because y'all some bad people, you shouldn't believe me. I'm your new big brother, but you just met me today. Some of y'all just found me yesterday. Type in the chat yesterday or today if you just found me in the last 48 to 72 hours. My job is to prove to you that I know what I'm doing and that I've been through every bumps and bruises so that you don't have to. The lawsuit, the Channel 8 news, I done did all of that so that you don't have to. You see that boy sitting on that bed? It was so many needles around his feet because he was diabetic. Needles all over the floor. Beer cans in the closet. Busting the cigar guts all over the floor. And again, mice. Every time you like out the corner of your eye, you like, man, what was that? Roaches running in and out of the mattress. Guys, it don't take a rocket science to know that if you want to make 41 grand a month, shouldn't we do it a better way than this? And then I'm done with this story. And some of y'all saying you met me today. Like, you have no reason to believe me, Miss Sherry. But because I knew you wasn't sharing, I took pictures of it. And I'm going to end this story on this note. This is the straw that broke the camel's back, as they call it. Because one Saturday, about 9 years ago again today, I take a Saturday just like today, and I said, you know what? Nobody want to teach me. Let me just go and see what they look like. That's how I got all of these pictures. I ran into a girl that I'm gonna just call Sarah. Sarah was living in one of these nasty places. 3-bed, 2-bath, and one of the doors had a lock on the door, a padlock, talking about house manager, and nobody was ever there. So now I'm talking about a 2-bed, 2-bath, and when I walked in the door, the first thing I noticed, I said, "Woo, Lord, it's a bunch of people in here." Guys, it was like 17 people in this 2-2. Guys, the devil is a liar that we're going to put people in a place like that. The whole reason why most of y'all getting into this because you got a heart for people. But you know what I found out sometime? When money get involved, and guys, we all can be victim of this. Guys, I could have failed at this, but the devil is a liar. That's why my constant prayer that God keep my feet on the ground, keep my head from getting big, because I don't want to mistreat your people. And my thought process was, if I see a lady that was making 41 grand a month doing it this way, can you imagine what my life gonna be like? This lady was sleeping on the kitchen floor, y'all. I said, "Sarah, you live here?" Sarah looked at me like, "Derek, come on, man. You sent me here 2 weeks ago." Guys, I didn't even know it. I worked behind a desk, never seen these places, knew the addresses. But when I took that stand, when they said, "Man, you know what? I'm gonna go see what this place look like for myself." Nobody want to teach me anyway. Some said, "Derek, what are you doing, dummy? Go and look for the starting point." Guys, my starting point was rats, roaches, and seeing a lady that I referred before I knew the conditions. I referred her here. Guys, she had a 3-inch mat about 3 feet long in front of the kitchen stove. And I'm going to end this story right here, and I'm going to go into today's topic, and I'm going to take a bunch of questions. But when she said, "Derek, I'm just glad to have a place to live." Guys, as roaches was running out of the bottom of that stove, you know where y'all keep y'all cake pans at in that bottom drawer? Guys, roaches was running in and out of that thing during the daytime. Most of us know that roaches come out real bad at night, but if you got real bad roaches, they don't care what time of day it is, and that's what kind of house this was. Guys, she had a mat this thick, 3 feet long. She said, "Derek, this is where I sleep at." That day, I said, enough is enough. As I'm about to break and cry in that place, and my bottom lip shaking, I said, I can't be a part of this. I done seen it now. I came home crying to my wife, my mom, and Shay pretty much in a good way jacked me up and was like, "Bro, what you gonna do about it? Like, are you gonna keep just talking about it?" Because once I seen it, I talked about it every day. Ever heard that saying, once you see it, you can't unsee it? Guys, I talked about this every day once I saw it. And Shay was like, "Well, what are you gonna do, bro? Are you just gonna talk about it, or you gonna get in it?" And to make a long story short, y'all, even once I got in it, I still went through 2 years of mistakes, bumps, bruises, lawsuits, Channel 8 news. Guys, I can show y'all the footage of it. I'm gonna show y'all a bunch of stuff today. And today, I like to think that we got the blueprint model. And then we trademarked it, independent living facility, which should be a nice environment that looks good, smells good, minus the rats and roaches. And how do we take people from homeless to hopeful and then not require a license? One of the things that girl told me, she said, "Derek, I don't own these places, and I don't got a license either." I said, Lord have mercy. Here I am thinking all my life I had to own the place and get a license and a $40,000 sprinkler system. Put a number 3 in the chat if you was like me 8 years ago and you thought you had to have a $30,000 sprinkler system. You thought this required a license and you thought you had to own the property. I'm going to pause. I'm going to take me a drink of water, but put a number 3 in the chat if you were like me and thought this required a license, thought you had to own the property, thought you needed permission from your city and your state. And I'm here to tell you none of that's true. But I just want to see who was like me. Now, some of y'all going to try to hide it. And what you going to find out, I'm a real transparent coach, y'all. I put y'all all in my business. Nobody coaches it better than us. Nobody goes deeper than us. And that masterclass proved it. Who joined that masterclass on the 10th? Continue to put the threes in the chat. If you like me, Sharon, Marsha, Tina, Andrea, Jermaine, Angela, Troy. Like, did y'all think that just like I did? And today on screen is what we make it look like. And I love to say that this ain't rocket science to put some dadgum rails on the bed to make it stand up off the ground. It's not rocket science to pay somebody $40 a month to come do premeditative pest control. I'm going to treat my house before I see any roaches or rats in it. We got to treat it before it get that way. So one more time, if you just joined me, really quick on the recap, and I'm going to jump into the topic. Guys, I'm no genius. Barely finished high school. Shay tricked me to go to college. Through the grace of God, I finished that. God gave me a job to show me my eventual vision, which was housing the homeless and the displaced in an environment that I found out that as long as I don't offer any other services, I can do this. I could do this with no license. And here are the 3 services, if you're taking notes, that you shouldn't be involved in if you don't want to be licensed. Guys, I'm not driving people around. No transportation. I'm not feeding people. I don't provide food. And guys, I am not giving out medication. For my nurses, we can talk about this on another side note. But even y'all, I don't want you giving out meds because the people that we're serving are supposed to be completely independent. Does that make sense, everybody? 2 of y'all type in the chat. Makes sense, Derek. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and I'm going to come right back, and we're going to talk about, again, what kind of documents do we need to get started? What is the first step to getting started? And why did you miss the masterclass on December the 10th? We'll be right back.
Hey, what's going on, family? Please make sure that you watch our webinar, which is the first step to getting started. So just text the phrase more info, MOREINFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. Don't type it in the chat. Don't put it below. Text it to that phone number. That way you get that free webinar, but also it leads to a discovery call with me and my team to see how we can get you started. So again, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is it. Show me anything else to where you can make such an impact in your community, serve God, but also make a bunch of money doing it. We don't hide that. We want to make a lot of money doing what this is so that we can extend our hand in the community and continue to be the answer to affordable housing. Text more info to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's get back to the show.
All right, we are back. We are back. And thank y'all so much for joining us. We super appreciate it. You guys got a lot of choices of where you could be on these internet streets, and y'all chose to be here, and I appreciate that. That also means that if you're up this early on a Saturday, that means that you want to invest in yourself, even if it's just only your time. And I appreciate that. So one more time from me and my family, I'm Derek Forston. Thank y'all so much. Welcome to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. I like to think of it as my own TV show. I run it. I'm the producer. Well, actually, Mar is the producer. My assistant is in here. One of 11 of my assistants, Mar. So, Mar, I appreciate you. And anything you guys need in terms of questions or anything to be repeated, Mar could help us out with that as well. And I just figured also, guys, I want to answer maybe a few questions before I even go into the topic. I got a lot of new people here today, right? So right now, I'm going to leave it open for the next 30 seconds, right? If you got a question of anything that you just heard about what this is, no license, no property ownership, I want to give you 30 seconds to type a question in the chat. Because, again, I never want to just take for granted that everybody knows us. Everybody finds us at different levels. And as some of y'all saw in the chat, some people found us today. So I don't want to move so far past them. So again, if you have a question or concern about Derek, how in the world are we doing this with no license? How and why? Where? Right? How much? And why did you quit your job, Derek? Well, for me, once I saw this, I knew that this would be something I would do for the rest of my life. Right? And then for 2 years, once it changed my life, I went on a whole city spree. I went city to city, state to state. I paid for the venue. I paid for the food, no charge for 2 years. I just taught it all over the world. Most people thought I was crazy. This boy crazy. He teaches us to start a program with, and now it's caught on like wildfire. Let that also be a testament to you that if God has put something in your heart, let no devil in hell stop it. And let nobody stop it, including your family, your friends, your boyfriend, your boo thing, nobody. Guys, years ago when I started teaching, people thought I was a dadgum fool. They said, this boy crazy. He teaching people how to start a program with no license. Well, yeah, because I sat around it for 9 years, so I knew it was possible. And for me, I'm one of these kind of people. Once you show me something one time, if it pleases God, check. If it pleases people, check. If it helps and pleases my community in which I live in, check. And if I can make enough money to feed my family, check. Guys, that's a business for me. And watch me slow that down real quick. How many people are like me and my family? Because I'm going to be honest, if you don't kind of believe in these next few check marks, you might be on the wrong YouTube channel, and I'm okay with that. And because I'm a business coach in general, you don't have to do ILF. Listen to my check boxes for how I love to please God, please people, and make enough money to feed my family. If I find a business or a thing that first pleases God, I'm in it. If it pleases and helps people, if it affects and helps my community, and if I can make enough money with it to feed my family, guys, that's a business to me. That's what creates generational wealth. Keeping God first, involving your family and community in helping people. Those aren't Derek rules per se. That's biblical, actually. And I'm no pastor, I'm no bishop, and I ain't no priest. But I do love God, and I love people, and I love real estate. And God just allowed us to merge it all together to call it a ministry. Most of y'all thought you had to have a microphone and preach to people to have a ministry. No, you don't. Me and your pastor are no different. I proclaim God as everything, and I got a business model that falls right behind it that creates generational wealth, because the Bible said that I'm going to leave an inheritance to my children's children's children. Oh, God is so genius. Isn't God cool how he put all that together? Are y'all following me with that? I'm going in the chat. I'm going in the chat. I got a lot of new people here, so let me go in the chat. Let me bring this down. Let me bring this down. So let me go in the chat right now. What bank should you deal with to open a business bank account? That's more of a personal preference to you. But if you're asking me as your new big brother, get a community bank or one of those. It's on the tip of my tongue, y'all. Community bank, or somebody help me in the chat. Y'all know what I mean. Those small banks in your community. Some people call it community banks, but there's another word for it. Navy Federal is one of those. I can't think of the word. So Navy Federal, they don't pay me, but Navy Federal, if y'all want to, I can brand y'all out. Navy Federal is a great bank, and they're very generous with giving you money. Credit union, there y'all go. Thank you, y'all. Thank you, y'all. Credit union, community bank, or credit union are my favorite because usually they're free. And they're very giving with money. Okay, so I'm back in the chat. Let me see. This says from Stephanie. So how about people that are in jail? Do we need a license to house them? Nope, not at all. In fact, I work with a program by the name of, oh, help me. They're based out of Jacksonville. Now they're all over. It'll come to me in a minute. They don't care about none of that. Do you have a house? That's what they care about. Do you have a house that I can put my people in that's clean, nice, and affordable? Operation New Hope. That's it. If you live in Central Florida, in fact, I don't care where you live at. Type it in anyway. Type in Operation New Hope in your area. And watch this, Stephanie. They'll pay for the first 3 months. When they release a guy from their prison system, they've been through training. So before you get him, he's been through kind of what I'll just call for today etiquette training. But while they're paying you for 3 months, they're giving him job training too, right? And they're going to pay you up to 90 days to house him. Okay, Stephanie, makes sense? If I answer your question, just let me know in the chat. Sometimes I'm buzzing through them so fast. So like Stephanie's put, Derek, boom, you nailed it. Or Derek, thank you. Because if I don't, I'm going to think that I didn't, or I didn't understand your question and I missed it. So Stephanie, if I nailed it, let me know in the chat. Do you do a background check? Thanks, Mar. My background check is usually coming from the social worker or the case manager that I'm getting him or her from. Make sense? And it's called a psychosocial. So when I get Tyrone from the hospital, if I want information on Tyrone, I got to call, I got to sign something that's called an ROI, release of information. I'm actually doing a master class on that too. I thank you, man, for asking this, because I want to go another step further with it. Anyway, this is a thought. My background check gonna come from this thing called a psychosocial, meaning every time Tyrone went to jail, hospital, mental health hospital, they keep a record of it. And if you sign the ROI, release of information, they're going to give you all the background on Tyrone. Now watch this. I always tell people, but if you want to go a step further, by all means, please do. There's usually a free way to do this online, and some people got a paid way. But watch me also be very honest with you. I don't pay for background checks. My background check gonna come from his psychosocial, the social worker, and the series of questions that I'm gonna ask that joker before I move him in. Make sense, everybody? So what makes us very successful at this is God first, our assessment that we use, which is a series of questions, the software we use, which is Digital Flow Solutions, which automates this entire business, by the way, answers the phone, does the assessment. Like, we got AI bots, y'all, that can answer y'all phones, text message while you at your 9-to-5 job trying to feed your family. That's how cool and good our coaching is. It ain't just me coaching you talking. It's a system. But just to answer her question one more time, my background check gonna come from him, from Tyrone, because I'm gonna question him. I'm gonna question the social worker. I'm gonna get the psychosocial. And then if you want to go a step further, I'm gonna pull Tyrone up on a free database to do a background check. Make sense, Marsha? Put in the chat if I nailed it. Next question, Mar. How did you get your funding for your clients? How to get my oh, I got it. Perfect. So Joy said, or did they pay? Joy, they paid. So Joy, just to make sure that I'm understanding you, you're asking me, once I start a house, advertising and people move in, they get something that's called SSI or SSDI. Or Joy, he may have a job in McDonald's, Burger King, Outback, Red Lobster that I think got shut down. So Joy, if they're just the extra further, because I'm just nice like that and I'm a good coach, sometimes, Joy, I get a call from a social worker that says, hey, Derek, got another one. And Derek, he a good guy. But Derek, guess what? He ain't got no money, Derek. Derek, he ain't got no SSI. He ain't got no SSDI. Derek, he ain't got no Uncle Joe that can help him. But Derek, my hospital got a grant, and Derek, I'm going to pay for him to live in your place up to 6 months until he get on his feet. Guys, I love those phone calls. We call those community-funded programs. Write that in the chat. And in your prayer tonight, God, can you bless me with what that thing Derek was talking about with those community-funded programs? Meaning that if Tyrone ain't got a dime, God, they'll pay for it. Woo-hoo. How that sound, Miss Marsha? Miss Marsha, would you mind a community-funded program? Joy, would you mind the community-funded program? Type in the chat, I don't mind. Not that R. Kelly version, but type in the chat, I don't mind if somebody write me a check, Derek. Guys, that's my favorite placement. When the social worker said, Derek, I got a good one, bro. And Derek, he ain't got a dime. Derek, he ain't got no job. Derek, in fact, he can't keep a job, Derek. But because of what we get, Derek, through the state, I'm going to pay you, Derek. Oh, that is so cool. Somebody type in the chat, I don't mind. Is it only me and Mary? Only me and Mary don't mind being Mary Long. Only me and you don't mind getting a check with your business name, Mary, because Mary, the way I taught y'all, here they come now. See, my chat must be, Mary, you scared me. I thought it was only me and you, Mary. And watch this for my new people. Nobody's going to write you a check in your name. I got notebooks this thick, y'all, several of them with checks in them. And none of them got Derek Forston's name on it. That's my name, Derek, 2 R's, Forston. None of them. All of them say Second Chance, which is the name of my program. Oh, that's so good. Now I see him. Zelina says she don't mind. Jenny says she don't mind. Stephanie says she don't mind. I thought it was just me, Marsha. I thought these people only wanted to get paid a different. Like, I don't mind if the guy say, Derek, he ain't got no money, but we got it, Derek. Next question. So Joy, did I nail it, Joy, or am I off? Joy, they're going to pay me from their SSI or their SSDI, or Joy, if he got a job in McDonald's, come see me every Tuesday, big bro, because you get paid every Tuesday, so do I. So if your rent $800, oh, I'm coaching right now. The guy that works weekly, he don't pay me monthly. A lot of y'all messed that up. Put a thumbs up if you didn't know that. The guy that's got a job, we charge him by the way he get paid. Guys, I'm giving y'all a mini masterclass right now. I only got about 20 minutes left. That was a big mistake from me in the beginning, y'all. Charging the guy monthly who get it every week. Because if you do that, you never gonna get your money. Let's move on. Can you operate out of a residential multi-unit building? That's actually one of my dreams. Or does it have to be a single family property? Watch this, the Wilson family. If you do it in a multi-unit, I want you to own all the units. So type to me right now, sis, do you own the whole building? Because if you say yes to that, I'm on board with you and you're living one of my dreams. If you don't, I don't really want you doing that. One of my rules is, and again, this is just me being your big brother, if you allow me, I don't want you guys to have to share a wall with nobody. No apartments, no townhouses. What if you move in Tyrone? Tyrone's an absolute idiot, but you don't know it day one. 5 days into Tyrone living there, he playing loud music. He beating on the wall. He's screaming. He disturbing the neighbor that's going to call the police on you. So my job is to keep your program running, not shut down because you're running it the wrong way because you moved in Tyrone. But if you move in Tyrone and you got a single property that's just you, then I can handle Tyrone because it's all combined in my one house. Yeah, he got roommates and our people in there, but we know them. I don't know Susie Johnson that lives next door who gonna call the police on me, code enforcement on me, and the ambulance. Oh, I hope that makes sense, the Wilson family. So single family is my favorite. We love mobile homes. That's a big question. Derek, can I do this in a mobile home? Absolutely. Why couldn't you? Make sense? Wilson family, let me know if I knocked it out or did I miss it? Jermaine Mill says, about how much would it take to get started with getting the house and furniture? So Jermaine's probably asking that for y'all because he's already in it. If that's our Jermaine Mills, and it may or may not, it may be two of them, but our Jermaine Mills has our DIY coaching, which means he get the same thing my one-on-one people get. He just don't get me. Like he can't call me, he can't text me. The one-on-one people can. DIY is I can do this on my own. So let me see. So about how much would it take to get started with getting the house? So I tell people, depending on where you live at, that can range from $3,000 to $7,000. So before you make a dime, right? You ever heard that quote that says it take money to make money? This is one of them. 3, if you live in Macon, Georgia, where you can get a 4.2 for like $1,000, or $3,000 to $7,000. That includes you getting the house and the furniture. Because your biggest cost in that, Jermaine, is going to be whatever the rental fee is. So if that house is $1,500 a month, that's $3,000 right there because you got to times it by 2. They're going to want first and security. Make sense, everybody? Jermaine, let me know if I answer that question. Mark? Do you own the house or are you just as a referral agency or both? Laverne, congratulations to you because Laverna, congratulations to you because you just almost revealed something that I'm going to do next, actually. We took a survey on that masterclass and over 89% of people that were there stated they could not buy a property or lease one within the next 3 months. I teach you guys a model that's called the HRA, where you can do what we do and you don't need no house. You need relationship and a cell phone. HRA, Housing Referral Agent or Agency, which means I teach you how to build relationships with social workers, take the phone call like I teach all of y'all, But the only difference between the HRA and you who have a house, HRA, you're going to do the whole assessment and you're going to refer out to somebody that already has the house. Then you make a referral fee. Prime example, our fee is $300. If my team take a call and give you the client and Tyrone move in and pay rent, send me my $300. Guys, I teach y'all to do that. So years ago, if you would have found me, you needed a house to make this work. Today, you don't. There is no excuse today. Today, you need a cell phone and the willingness to tell people that you provide housing. So, Laverna, watch me answer your question now. Some of us own these houses. Some of us rent and lease them. Some of us, prime example, I got two ladies that I coach in their 70s. One is 72, one is 74. All they do is refer out, and they make $300 to $900 a week. Now, I know we talk about thousands at times. How many of you all, if you made between $300 and $900 extra dollars on top of whatever you got going on, would that be a little bit of a help to you? That's only making 1 or 2 referrals a month. Excuse me, a week. If you're making a referral charging $300, and I got 2 women in their 70s, which means age is not an excuse. I had a lady tell me, and she was only 52, and she said she's there, I'm 52 years old now, I'm getting old. I said, hold it, ma'am. Now, when I was 7 years old, I did think that 52 was old. I said, ma'am, you are really young. You're not old to me until you reach the age of like 86. Once you pass 85, you got the right to say, well, I'm kind of old now. Guys, times have evolved. 70 is like the new 50. I know, guys, I'm housing people in their 80s that are in great condition. I dream to be like some of the people I see in their 90s today. So the devil is a liar. You think you old at 52. You're very young. So back to her question, you can own it, you can lease it, or you can be like my 2 ladies in their 70s that all they do is answer their phone and refer out and make $300 to $900 a week. They said, Derek, we done got old now, and I don't want to house these people. I don't want to do like y'all. But boy, that is genius how you taught us how to just take the phone call and refer out, Derek. That's what guys, I'm letting the cat out the bag right now. That's my next masterclass. I'm going to teach most of y'all that find me can't just go out and buy a house tomorrow or rent one. But what if you can use your cell phone, build relationships through social media and all the ways I'm going to coach you and teach you on to get your phone to ring? My main coaching on that model is how do I get your phone to ring off the hook? And how do you answer and say, hello, thank you for calling a second chance. How can I help today? Do that normal assessment and say, ma'am, thank you so much for all this great information. I'm going to get with my team and my network, and we're going to call you back in 35 minutes. And we're going to either house Tyrone or we're going to give him resources. I'm going to teach all that. Because most of y'all, that's going to be the stepping stone to where you're going anyway. Because if I can get your phone to ring, guess what going to pay for your first house? These referral fees. Oh, this is good. Oh, this is so good. Oh, this is so good. Now, I'll admit, my DIY people and the one-on-one people, they get that coaching. Forget about that. I want to teach hundreds and thousands of y'all that say, Derek, man, I can't go buy no house tomorrow. And Derek, I'll be honest, big bro, because, we family now, so I ain't going to lie, big bro. Like, I can't go rent one either. But Derek, God did put it on my heart to help people. And I still should be housing people. And big bro, you just said that I can house people still without me having the property. Derek, and you built the group of these people where we're all going to be together. And Derek, you're going to put the people that got real estate in the same group. Yes. Oh, this is so good. So that's probably going to be my next masterclass. How do you house the homeless and the displaced without a property? Guys, put in your mind right now, forget about a property. In fact, watch this. Here's a free 14-minute webinar. Guys, it's 14 minutes. And it's the HRA. Text HRA, not in the chat. Don't give it to me, but to 407-326-0086. If you do that, you're going to get an instant download. Type the letters HRA. I should see hundreds of y'all doing that right now. Text HRA to 407-326-0086. Guys, I give a 14-minute webinar that breaks down what I just explained. And after you watch it, oh, I love this. The next masterclass, and I'm going to get in trouble, y'all, because my team don't know this. I'm just randomly saying it. I'm going to do this quickly, too. I'm going to probably do this in the next 7 days. So be on the lookout. This will be probably entitled How to Get Started Without a Property. How can you, forget how to get started. That's boring. How can I make money from day one without a property? Prime example. Watch me slow it down for him, Teal. I'm in Orlando, Florida. I coach people in 40 states. In fact, put a 1 in the chat if you're under my coaching and you have a property or not. Watch this. You can refer somebody to me right now today, just from what I taught you. And if that joker move into my place and pay rent, I'll Zelle you so fast, it'll scare you. You will say, oh my God, Derek just sent me $300. You daggone right I did, because I never knew Tyrone. Tyrone came through your phone system, through your advertisement on Facebook. Because I teach you in that 14-minute webinar to go in and say, hey, what's going on, everybody? Are you a social worker or a case manager and you need clean, affordable housing for your clients the day of discharge? Give us a call at Marshall Solutions. When they call your phone, I'm going to teach y'all in the masterclass and that webinar, how do you do the assessment just like you got the dadgum house? You don't say, well, ma'am, I ain't really got no house yet, but I still talk to Mr. Carlos. No, you ain't going to say that. I'm going to coach you what to say. Then I'm going to put you in a community where the people that already have the real estate. So you're going to say, hey, everybody. Hey, group. I got a nice guy named Benjamin Jones. And guys, he's 48 years old, and I got the rest of the info. Give me a call, and we can talk. And by the way, my referral fee is, you name your own fee, 100, 200, 800, 500. That's on you. I teach that model. And if 100 of y'all right now would just text HRA to 407-326-0086, 14 minutes, it'll change your life and change your mindset. You thinking you got to get a house. No, you don't. If you would have met me years ago, you would have. Today it's the HRA. How can you be a housing referral agent? Oh, this is so good. Next question, Mar. How much can you charge per bed? That's going to kind of be according to where you live at, Ebony. Ebony, put in the chat where you located. I'm going to tell you now. So I'm in Orlando, Florida, guys. My beds start at, notice the verbiage, start at $740. But we usually get $750 or $800. But we say in all advertisement and all print, we start at $740. Prime example, we moved in a guy probably 6 days ago. He paid $750. I got a guy coming next Wednesday. He gonna pay $800, which is what I kind of call my real price. But we start at. I coach you why we say. I went over that in the masterclass. Mark, did we tell the people about our free group for 16 cents? Guys, if you didn't hear me say it earlier, I got a group that should be $500 a month. It's brand new, just built it, nothing's even in it. The first thing is going in and on Monday at 10 a.m. is the masterclass that some of y'all missed. That on a replay is usually $397. Guys, I got a group for 16 cents a day. That's $5 a month. That class is going in. I got a free Facebook Academy on Facebook. But if you want our paid group, and guys, it's $5 a month with the feeling of $500 a month. If you text the word 5 to that same phone number, 407-326-0086, you can get in that group. Guys, the replay of that's going in there. This HRA masterclass in there, 16 cents a day, okay? Now that group, I dream to have it at $500 a month, but for the first 1,000 people, I'm actually letting in for 16 cents a day, y'all. And I'll admit, I said this on that masterclass, y'all. If you're one of those people that say, man, why would you charge for that? You the person I'm actually trying to get rid of. If you don't invest $5 a month When I got groups that are $1,000 a month, this one should be. I'll admit, you're the person that we're actually trying to move away from. Now, you can stay in the free group, but this community that I'm really trying to build now with this new ILF network that we're building in the background that y'all don't even know about yet, I'm going to build it with the people that invest in themselves. Okay? And for 16 cents a day, you'd be crazy not to, especially after hearing the coaching today. Next question, Mark. So per bed again, guys, Ebony. And the way that I kind of teach it, Ebony, especially if you just found me today, how would you even know where to start? Listen up, everybody. If you go to Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace and type in the phrase rooms for rent or bed for rent, a bunch of stuff will pop up, or people that kind of sort of do this on a different level. That'll give you an idea of kind of where you should be. One more time, if you go to Facebook Marketplace and or Craigslist, type in the search bar. Both of them got search bars. Room for rent, bed for rent. That'll give you an idea of kind of what people are charging. Okay. My next favorite way is what I talked about in that masterclass of how do you actually call the social worker at the hospital and ask them. That way we're not guessing. Meaning when I first started, I called, I say, may I speak to the director of social work, please? Please hold. Yep, I sure will. Hey, Miss Jones, how's it going? Great. Hey, Miss Jones, you don't know me, but my name is Derek, and I'm getting ready to open up another facility about 4 miles from where you guys are located. Is there a need for housing in your area? Perfect. And Miss Jones, what are your clients used to paying for a shared environment and or the private room? Because I can send you pictures of both. Notice how I'm saying that what I'm wanting, but I'm going to send her. And Miss Jones, can you give me your email address, please? I'm going to send Miss Jones what it looks like on screen, on email so that she can see it. Can y'all see my screen? I'm going to show Miss Jones this. Does that make sense, ma'am? Ebony, does that make sense? Put yes or Derek, you missed it. Next question. Where do we find referrals? I need beds filled everywhere. Social media. Watch this. Every one of y'all that are on here right now, you found me running my big mouth on social media. Your housing program is no different. Guys, I own 8 businesses now. And depending on the algorithm of what you're searching for in your life, my stuff gonna pop up right in your face. So you should be the same like me. So let me give you one of your Facebook posts today. Are you a social worker or a case manager needing clean, affordable housing for your clients the day of discharge? Give us a call at Miss Ebony Solutions. We want to be the bridge to homeless to hopeful. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. And we got a system, y'all, that allows you to post one time. You hit that button, it goes out to what we call your lift. LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Threads. Does that make sense, y'all? And I jokingly say it all the time, but I'm serious. If you got the best fried chicken in the world, but nobody know about it, how do they know to come and get it from you? So we advertise every day. That's how I'm going to get my referrals, ma'am. I'm going to actually go to in-person meetings. I cover all of this in the masterclass, y'all. Please text the word 5 to that phone. Mark, can you put that thing in the chat of where they can get the replay, which will be in there on Monday, and the new HRA one? Guys, I'm going to put thousands of dollars of content in this group for 16 cents a day. The goal is to get all 15,000 of y'all from that free group to this one. Some people may not go, but that one going to be like the free one on steroids. So that's how I'm going to fill my beds, man. In-person meetings. I'm going to go shake hands and kiss babies. I'm going to go drop off coffee and donuts and show my appreciation. Oh, we do a lot of that so that I'm never forgotten. They're going to forget you if you go empty-handed. I don't go empty-handed. That's a major gem of ours. Make sense, everybody? Do I hire staff to provide? No, there is no staff with this model because our clients are completely independent. And just to lay eyes on them throughout the day, Miss Nicholas, that's going to be my camera system. And that's going to be me driving by from time to time, but no staff. Do you offer case management services and maintain documentation of this? The beautiful part about it, and these are, man, these are great questions. Who's this? Magali, great question. Lucky for us, Magali, 80% of the guys that I get, they come with case management, so I don't have to find it. The other 20%, prime example, when Shay went and picked up a check just last Friday? No, excuse me. Last Wednesday. The lady offered her case management services to us. She said, hey guys, I do case management on the side. She said, I work here, but I got my own. I say, really? She said, I love to treat and help your people. Great. So absolutely we do that. And we keep, like you said, documentation of it. Because again, remember, I'm not just your coach now. It's a system. So with the system that we give you, that's where you're going to store the documentation. So can 5 of y'all type in the chat, digitalflowsolutions.net. That's again, digitalflowsolutions.net. That's our all-in-one platform that fully automates this whole business, y'all. And we give it to you with the coaching, whether you get the DIY or the one-on-one coaching. We give you the system, which includes your website build out, CRM, your business phone line, your AI bots and automations, all of that stuff that you would have to normally get separate subscriptions for. Guys, it's in the all-in-one system. So again, if you just joined us, guys, these are independent living facilities that do not require a license, and you don't have to own the property. We lease or rent the property because if you can buy it, God bless you. That's even better. But for 97% of people that I coach, just like when I started, I couldn't buy no property. But when the girl that was doing this in Rats and Roaches, making 41 grand a month, said, Derek, I don't own these places. I said, really? She said, Derek, I don't. Really? I thought she owned it. I thought she had a license. And then now, years later of us being in it, we trailblaze this thing all over the world now. Okay? Magali, let me know if I answered that. So no staff. My guys come with case management. And if they don't, we find sometimes people that just want to do it for free. Here's a major gem that usually I only give in a master class or my one-on-one coaching. Somebody write this down actually and put it in the chat because this is a major one. You guys can make your program or your housing program look better by adding case management or some kind of, I won't call it therapy, but let's call it counseling sessions. And a way that y'all can get this for free is to go and partner with the colleges. Colleges have students that are in internships that they have to go out and do certain amount of hours to graduate. How cool is that you now can get what I would call a master level educated person to give you free counseling for your people? Oh, that is so good. Somebody gonna miss that, but for the 10 of y'all that would move on that, I talk a lot about in my one-on-one coaching about strategic partnerships. Most of how my life is blown up now, and I'll just say now because it seems like yesterday, it's because of the partnerships, things that I partner with, sometimes people, sometimes systems. On one hand, people, social workers, case managers, organizations, systems, meaning YouTube and Facebook pay me hundreds of dollars a month now. I used to always see people talking about, I'm monetized. I make money from YouTube and Facebook. Ha! But my coach said, there, just keep on coaching. Keep on doing what you're doing anyway. Don't even worry about it. When it come, it come. And oh, Lord, just about a month or two ago, both of my channels are crazy. And they paid me to come on here and run my big mouth. But the cool part about it, my big mouth is changing the lives of people like y'all. And I'm smart enough to know it ain't me. It's God. Because my number one prayer in my life is, God, I decrease so that you can increase inside of me and inside of this coaching. God, let's you and I change the world with this model. Thank you for giving it to me. That's my attitude towards this whole thing. Magali, did I nail it or did I miss it? Next question, Mar. Let's do 2 more questions, and then I'm going to jump into the documentations of what you all need. I haven't even touched that yet because I love questions. So what I'll do is I'll make that part of it short because it ain't rocket science. And then what I'll do is I'll continue the questions, And then I want to bring a lot of you guys to what you all are the first people to hear it now. I'm going to give a brand new masterclass where I only talk about how do we fill beds without you even having a house. So if you have a house, sure, come to it because you're going to still learn stuff. But I want to coach because what? Let me see. 1,700 people signed up for that ILF, and they told me 790 people were present at one point. So I'm going to just call it 800. Out of 800 people, only 102 of y'all, I think from the math, said that y'all could either buy a property, you had one, or you could go and rent one. 89% of those people said that they couldn't. I want to coach y'all. I want to coach a person that has no property, no experience, but you want to make money and you want to help people. God has put in your heart to start this program. And what's cool about it, even though you're going to be referring, you are still called a housing program. So change your mindset today. All of you all are a housing program. Some of y'all will start out by referring. Some of y'all will start out by doing. Some of y'all going to do both. And then I merge y'all two together. So people that got property and people that want to refer in, I put y'all in a group together. It's already built. Oh, this is good. So put a number 1 in the chat if you're interested in that. And guys, it's going to be complimentary. I'm not going to even charge you for it. I want to pour out to you. And I also want to give you a system to do it. I'm going to put a package together. I don't hide that. But I'm going to teach you, if you buy nothing, how to leave that class and do it. And for you all that are real busy and may not have the time to do it, I'm going to give you a virtual assistant because it's a part of the package. And we'll talk about that later. Okay, let's do 2 more questions. I'm going to go into today's topic, and then I'm going to come back to questions, and then I'll try to have you guys wrapped up before 11:45. Sounds good, everybody? Question says, would housing families be the same concept, or would you still, I stay away from housing? You can't run an ILF, which under our culture and our definition is for the single individual male or the single individual female. My wife started a nonprofit organization that does the same thing I do, but in the future, we're going to move that to families, but they get their own house. One family, one house. I am not putting the Johnson family with the Thomas family. That's a train wreck. They both got kids. That's a lot of liability and lawsuits waiting to happen. So we do not do families in this ILF model. Next question. Only singles. Great question. In fact, let's take a quick commercial break and we'll come back with the questions.
Hey, what's going on, family? I hope you guys are enjoying the show. But just in case you was wondering, how in the world do we rent these properties or lease them? And what does the conversation sound like that we're telling the homeowner to convince them to rent their house to us? That's one of the biggest things in this business, and I want to give it to you. So text the word PURPOSE, PURPOSE, to the phone number 407-326-0086. And we're going to give you the exact guide to what we say, how do we dress, how do we find them? Everything you need to know in terms of to get your first property, we put it in the ebook. And again, it's called The Pursuit of Purpose and Profit. Text the word PURPOSE to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success.
All right, we are back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. And what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to actually remove this from the screen. Oh, actually, you know what? I promised this real fast. Just for the new people that came, that there was the Colleen family. You stated something that you missed earlier. This is what I kind of saw in my beginning. And I talk about this usually for hours, but I won't do it now. But I saw a lady making 41 grand a month housing people in conditions like this. So simply when I saw that, I just said, why not me? But do it the right way. And again, if you can make 41 grand a month housing people in this junk, can you imagine when we do it the right way, which looks like this now? So the Colleen family, that's what that statement was all about. Okay, let's get up that next question mark, and then I'm gonna jump right into the topic for today, and I'll make that quick. Have you had issues with HOAs? Yes. Do not do this in the HOA. See, this is why I love the questions, right? Because when you guys don't know something that's harmed me, I love to share it. Like, I'm not going to charge you to tell you that. So, guys, if you notice, my information is freely given. 7 days a week, I do this. My one-on-one coach says, Derek, your YouTube channel is great, bro, but I want you to hold my hand. That's what that's for, right? The ILF Academy, that's a free group. The new group's only 16 cents a day. Those are just small steps to invest in yourself. But the people that get my one-on-one coaching, they don't want to watch my videos. They don't have time to go through all of my material on Facebook. They say, Derek, I want to skip the line, bro. So let that also be known to people that think, wow, Derek, like you do give a lot. I do. There isn't a question you can ask me that I won't answer or that's not already in video format. Some people just say, Derek, forget about your YouTube. I want to be your big brother. I want to be your sister, Derek. How many of you feel like that? Like, Derek, this is great, Derek, but how can I get you one-on-one? Right? So that's our ILF Mastery Blueprint. But this is a great question. And again, this will get you in trouble because most HOAs are gated. Most of them, if you let the grass go 2 inches too high, they sending you a letter in the mail. So I do not want y'all starting this in the HOA where the rules also say you cannot start a business in this HOA. You can't start a group home, an ILF, a shared, none of that because it's a business. And if they find out and you hid it, guess what's going to happen? They're going to kick all of y'all out. Your problem of helping people just became bigger. Make sense? Next question. Oh, no. So now that was the last question. Let's jump into, I want to talk about some very important forms. Obviously, there's a lot of paperwork that go into what we do, and I can go all kinds of directions with this. I want to talk about more so of the stuff that you would need to even to give the clients or to have on file. Obviously, when we move in Tyrone or Brad or Carlos or Miss Brenda, my assessment also gets stored into my system. Now, years ago, this was pen and paper. Today, our system does all this digitally now. That's why I keep telling y'all that I'm not just your coach. You guys buy into a system. When you buy my coaching, it ain't just me doing this. Half of it is the system that runs it, even if you ain't available, right? So the paperwork that I'm going to get on Tyrone, his age, date of birth, diagnosis, medications. Why did you come to this hospital? Are you going to be a good guy or an idiot in my place? All of that goes on the assessment, which for us is a real important piece. So the assessment is a piece of paperwork that I want so that if I got to refer back on later in 6 months, I got the information. ID, pictures of all of that stuff stored in my system. All of my guys, before they move in, I have them send my assistant, which is a virtual assistant in the Philippines. Guys, I got 11 VAs for myself, for me and Shay. Now, we got a whole pool of about 80. But Shay and I have 11 VAs that only work for us. So when Jess, who runs my program, because I don't today, I'm too busy. I teach all that too. Jess, when she interviews Thomas Miller, we get his ID, his assessment, and it goes in my system. My old way was file cabinet, losing the paper, all over the place. Can't remember where I put it. Get wet, get chicken grease on it because I went to Popeyes. No more of that stuff, guys. This is now a business. This is not a hobby anymore. Two of y'all put that in the chat. Derek said that this is a real business. Don't treat it like a hobby. One of the most important pieces of paperwork also for us, guys, is the release of liability. That lawsuit that I went through that cost me $40,000 and I made the Channel 8 News, you know what could have avoided that? I got a book that's called How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco. I don't care if you never buy it. Let me tell you right now, make sure you get insurance. You ain't got to buy my book for me to tell you that. Get a general liability policy. Don't be like rookie me. Try not to say dummy me. Rookie me want to get started so fast. Trying to get it from the mud. Y'all know I hate that saying now. Get it from the mud. And guys, forgot the most important piece to all of this, because guess what happened when somebody get jealous of you or stomp their big toe on your front porch? Your homegirl that you graduated with who thought y'all was going to start this together, or when you got started now because you still kind of use part of the name y'all talked about, she sued you now. The client that stumped their big toe and really was nothing wrong with him but just want to check, he going to sue you. So make sure that every one of y'all, please type in the chat, Derek said get a general liability policy. I went through that deeply in the masterclass. In fact, the lady that offers it to us, she's going to be speaking in the 16-cent group. 16 cents. That could have saved me $40,000. What she going to tell y'all? How to word it, how to say it. Rookie me didn't know. That's why my whole coaching platform is built on the mistakes that I made. Guys, that mistake is in that book. It's called How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco. Mark, can you put the website on the screen? ForstonConsultants.com. For all of you new people that want to go check me out later, go to the website. ForstonConsultants.com. My coaching is real easy. I only got 3 things I do. DIY, do it yourself with all of our stuff. One-on-one, which I'm stopping in January. So if you ain't got that yet, that ain't even going on next year probably. And then the legacy, that is one-on-one. So guys, $997, $4,997, that's $5,000, and $20,000. Very easy. Take your pick. Or if none of those fit you, I got a group for 16 cents a day. That's $5 a month. I got a free group, ILF Academy. Got the YouTube channel where I coach 7 days a week. So you get in wherever you fit in other words, right? I got something for everybody. Oh, I hope that makes a lot of sense. So guys, again, it's on the screen. Visit ForstonConsultants.com when you get time. Don't even do it now. I want you more on my social media because that's where the teaching at. You go there when you're ready to make a decision. Make sense? And Angela Church, she says, how do I sign up for any one of those? ForstonConsultants.com. Okay. ForstonConsultants.com. And you will see the ILF DIY, the ILF 101, and you'll see the ILF Now, the legacy, you just can't buy it. That's a whole conversation. It's an application, and it's $20,000, right? Next year, that one actually goes to 30, right? Big jump on that one next year, but that is a white glove service. I do it all and give you the keys and say congratulations, and we cut the scissors. Clients may be in it and everything already. That's a fully white glove service. So everywhere from free, that just costs you your time, $5 a month. DIY is $997. One-on-one is $5,000. And legacy goes to $20,000. I mean 30 next year, but $20,000 now. Get in wherever you like. Okay. Next question. Oh, so back to the paperwork. Release of liability one more time, guys. That one piece of paper could have saved me. Now watch this. I'm such a great coach and I'm so nice. I don't care if you don't buy my package, which is where my paperwork is. Watch me save you as your big brother. Now I want you to buy it, but I'm not mad at you if you don't. I want to protect the guy that even said, well, Derek, you shouldn't be selling no course. You should give it to me. Well, watch me give it to you. Even if you use ChatGPT, let me give you a couple of things that I want you to put in there. Because if you don't buy my packages or any of them that come with the paperwork that my lawyer charged me $8,000 for, at least go to ChatGPT and say, ChatGPT, I want you to create my release of liability. And at all costs, I want you to make sure that I am fully protected and that the best interest of this document is on me, not the person who's going to be trying to sue me or the person that needs to sign it. So watch this, y'all. Before anybody move in my ILF, they sign a bunch of stuff. But one of the most important is the release of liability. That means that if you move in on a Monday, and God forbid, the place burned down to the ground on Tuesday, you can't sue me, my company, my business, my dog, or my puppy. None of that, because you released me of the liability. Now, if I'm smart, I got insurance that covers all of that. But everybody is looking for a free way to make some money. Now, where I'm from, they call it a lick. You're looking for a free way to try to sue somebody just to get some free money. Now, some people just going to lie and say, oh, I stumped my big toe today. They going straight to Morgan & Morgan. But without you having an insurance policy, general liability, and having them sign a piece of paper that says, I don't care what happened in Derek's place. As long as I'm here, I won't sue Derek. I won't put him on the Channel 8 News, and I release Derek Second Chance Housing, and all of its entities of any liability while I remain here on this property. God, I hope 3 of y'all, just 3, appreciate this kind of information, because guys, this kind of stuff would have saved my life years ago. It would have kept me off the Channel 8 news. Now when we make the news, they're celebrating us. But guys, I done been on the news on the not so good side of stuff because I didn't know certain stuff. And I'm giving y'all the gems of what I normally charge for. Oh, I hope somebody appreciate that. Anyway, let's so general liability. I'm gonna even go a little further on that, right? Sometimes I'm moving people, y'all, and they're extremely tired. You ever moved in a guy that's been sleeping on the street for 8 years, 8 months, sleeping on the concrete? Sometimes they want to move in and go straight to sleep. And sometimes I allow that, but guess what? They got to sign before they do anything else, before they walk in the house or the threshold of my door. They must sign the release of liability. Can 10 of y'all just put that in the chat real quick? I want 10 of y'all, because somebody gonna see this on a replay. Somebody's gonna miss it, and I want to be able to give it to them verbally, and I want to give them to in a written way. Can 10 of y'all put in the chat? Derek said, man, above all else, make sure you get a general liability policy. That way your business, your family is protected. I don't want people to try to take from your family. Now, we laugh and joke and play all the time here, but if I can be serious for 3 seconds, I'm your new big brother now. I don't want nobody suing you, coming bamming and knocking on your door talking about you been served. I always seen that stuff in the movies, y'all. I lived through that. I've seen that more than once or twice. Boom, 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 boom. And watch this, rookie me, dummy me. When you set up your business, don't use your home address. Guys, this is all information that I should be charging y'all for, but I want y'all to get it. Dummy me put my home address, not in know where I live at, Channel 8, Channel 2, and Channel 9. You use a business address. Oh, I hope somebody catch this. I taught that in the master class. And for 16 cents a day, I'm putting that class in that group. Text the word 5 to 407 326 0086. Text the word 5. If you want to be a part of that $5 group where I'm dropping gems like this that'll save your life and your family, where the master class is going to go, text 5, just FIVE to 407 326 0086, and you'll get a link to sign up for $5 a day. Most of y'all are going to go and get lunch today, and it's going to be more than $5. Like, don't rob yourself of, like, what is it, 16 cents a day? Like, can y'all put 5 in y'all calculator and divide it by 31 days? I think it's like 16 cents, right? Some of y'all in y'all car right now can find that in your car cushion seats. And these are the kind of things that I want to teach people. And I'll admit, guys, it's also for people that say, well, I ain't gonna buy your coaching. No problem, sir. I still want to protect you. I'm just that nice of a guy. And God is so good to me that it just comes out like that. So anyway, release of liability. And thank y'all, because I see a bunch of it. Thank y'all. Who that is? Tracy. Tracy did it. Marsha did it. I knew Tilwood was going to do it. Sharon did it. Miss Laverna did it. And what Tia is telling y'all right now is what some of y'all probably still missing. Whether I said it or if I missed it, well, Derek, what address do I use? A virtual address. I talked about it in the masterclass. So go on Google. Here it is again. I'm going to hide it. Go on Google and type in virtual address near me. There are buildings that are in your city that do business that offer that service. They'll collect your mail for your business, your lawsuit. The Channel 8 News goes there, not your house. Channel 8 News goes to that big building and say, Miss Sharonda don't live here. This is a business address, sir. Get out of here. Sharonda, you at your house. Protected. But if 5 of y'all would be honest, because I just love it to know it as a coach. Well, 5 of y'all say, wow, big bro, I didn't know that. Derek, I was going to put my home address on the LLC paperwork. Who didn't know that? Especially like the ladies. Guys, quite frankly, like I don't hide this either. And it's just natural for women to be in it. Guys, I coach 97% of women. 3% of y'all are men. I'm your brother. I want you to be safe. Just like my real sister, Tiffany, in Jacksonville, I don't want nobody coming and knock on her door. So her business is not in her home address. Like, you don't put your home address on there. Oh my goodness, I hope they knew that. But if you didn't, that's why I'm here. This is why I pour my whole life out to this, because I refuse for y'all to be like I was in the beginning. And if you want to change it, Miss Samantha, do something that's called an amendment. So, like, prime example, most of y'all go through your Secretary of State to do this. They got a link that says amend my filing. Yeah, you can change that. Thank you, Miss Autumn. Like if Autumn was the only person that said that, this is why I come live every day. Because I just saved another person from doing the wrong thing. Watch this. Now, this goes really deep into my business coaching, but another reason you don't use your home address, the bank ain't gonna give you no business credit with your home address. They're gonna say, oh, Samantha don't know what she doing. She just, this is a hobby for Samantha. She got let me use my Google Maps. They're gonna use Google Maps and say, oh, this is where Samantha lives. Oh, she ain't serious about business. Let's give her a $1,000 credit card instead of a $20,000 card. That's in my business coaching. Where it separates you with that phone number and that address. Your home address, red flag, you ain't serious. Red flag, and anybody, meaning the 6'3" guy you kicked out 2 weeks ago, he coming to knock on your door with you and your family and your kids. Oh my God, I hope they understand this. Do y'all realize, like, prime example, I'm gonna give you one example of Forston Consultants, my business, one of the 8. I got an office downtown. I got one in St. Petersburg. So if they looking for me, they don't come to my house like they did in the beginning. Do. Scaring everybody. Talking about you been certain, throw it all in the door. Guys, I saw that stuff on the movies. I thought that was fake. Guys, that's a real thing. Some of you do got a sign for it though, right? Lawsuits. Channel 8 News. Oh my goodness. Can I use a business credit card to get started? Absolutely. That's what I wish I had in the beginning, but I robbed Peter to pay Paul. I borrowed money. People believed in me, but no, like I couldn't get a loan. Ain't no grant that's going to help you, right? Oh, this is some good stuff. Let's take a couple more, guys. I'm going to be here to probably about 11:45ish. I won't take up y'all whole. Is this okay today, guys? Is this good coaching today? Are you guys appreciating this information, or am I wasting y'all time? Put either a thumbs up, a heart emoji, or number 1. Do something to let me know that this is not a waste of y'all time and you guys do appreciate this coaching. Yeah, let me know on the chat. In fact, y'all probably never met my knucklehead brother, David. I'm going to let y'all meet David and Dennis. Now, Dennis is my other brother that's real sharp. He real cool. He kind of own it. David, y'all pray for him. He a little bit of a knucklehead and he trying to get it. Let's get a quick word from David and Dennis, and we'll be right back.
Hey, Dennis, I got a question about just some general information, right? If I need to know just some general stuff, like how to get started, like do I need zoning where I live at? There's a lot of things that I'm just getting into it. So where is my first starting point if I was to ask you? David, man, you're such a character. And what's up with this getup you got on today with the hat and stuff? Anyway, the first step to getting started, big bro, is you texting the phrase, just this one word, text info, that's INFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. Don't text it in the chat. Don't comment below. Don't send it to me. But just text the word info to 407-326-0086. Because big bro, that's going to give you our introductory webinar to show you exactly what is an ILF, how do you get started, and what all of these thoughts that are in your head. That webinar is going to answer most of your questions. Does that make sense? So one more time, you just text info, INFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. And after you watch it, my team actually going to give you a call to answer all your questions. And then I still want you to come to YouTube 7 days a week at 7 p.m. Eastern to soak up all of this information.
All right, good stuff. That's David and Dennis. Y'all pray for my big brother, David. He is an absolute knucklehead, but he trying to get it. Don't y'all be like David. Be more like Dennis, who's more sharper at it, all right? So let's jump back into it. I want to talk about another document that I want to make sure that everybody gets. Nobody moves in my ILF without getting my handbook. So my handbook, guys, and I'll be honest, this is no secret. Where I used to work at many years ago, they had a housing program, right? And I kind of took a lot of the core base stuff from that. And then over the years, I added all of the things that happened to me. So I took a kind of a program that was already running, doing well. And this was actually a license placed. So I wanted it to be, I don't know, like just more structured. So I took a lot of the bones from that. And then over the years, as us being in it, and then when certain things happened, because that's when you make rules up, when things happen, we added it along the way. So nobody moves into my place without getting a handbook and a signature page that says, yes, I got this book. Derek gave it to me. And if I don't follow it, Derek going to put me out of here. Derek going to evict me or kick me out, whatever your favorite word is. So I don't just give them a book and expect that they're going to read it. Because I'll admit, my book, not that it's thick, but it's probably 30 pages. In my mind, nobody's going to read my book. But guess what I do, y'all? Because if you get our handbook, page number 6 has rules 1 through 10 that'll get you kicked out of here. And the gist of it is kind of goes like this. Take your medications every day to stay mentally stable, because that's what's going to make this place cool, cohesive, and quiet. Pay your rent on time, all the time, and early if you have the ability to. I'm big on that. Don't destroy property. Don't fight me or no third-party person that comes here to render services for any reason. And probably most importantly, again, behind paying your rent is take your medications. Notice I said that one twice. Big requirement to live in my place. Medication compliant. That's a medical term that we use even at the place I worked at. Can 2 of y'all put that in the chat? Derek said what makes this place successful is everybody's on their medications. Because if you got a guy that's bipolar, schizophrenic, and he don't take medications, woe is you. You're going to be running a clown show. So one of my first rules, take your medications and pay that rent. Because if we can do those 2 things, y'all, everything else can work itself out. So one more time, living in my place and under my coaching, I want y'all to make sure you have rules. And again, let's just say you don't get my coaching. Derek, I don't want your coaching. I ain't going to buy your stuff, Derek. I don't need your documents. No problem. Go to ChatGPT, because I'm a nice guy. ChatGPT, I have a housing program. It's a shared living environment. It's not one of those licensed group homes. I want you to create me 10 rules that would help my place stay safe, cool, calm, and quiet. Give me rules that, again, will benefit the environment of this facility, that would help it run cohesively. Let it give it to you. I'm giving y'all the cheat code. And that new academy, I'll admit, I'm not giving y'all my $8,000 worth of paper unless you got the coaching. But in that 16-cent group, I'm going to get some approved type paperwork. Oh, I'm so nice. That you guys are going to be able to get in there too. Because I'm seeing a lot of you ChatGPT. The problem is most of y'all don't know how to prompt ChatGPT. Prime example. Watch this. Most of y'all, if you told Chat GPT to give you an idea how to plant a garden, most of y'all would say, Chat GPT, can you give me an idea how to plant a garden? I want to grow tomatoes. Mine would say, Chat GPT, pretend and act like you got 35 years experience of growing the best vegetation in Florida. And no matter where I live at, give me the best advice for the top soil to use, how I should grade the ground, and the best kind of tomato that I should plant. I want these tomatoes to produce 100-fold and be the prettiest in my city. Give me the vitamins, the nutrients, and the type of water that I should water them with. Tell me, should they be hydroponic? Should I grow them out the ground or in my house? Also, give me the top 3 secrets that people usually never share to make these the juiciest, sweetest, edible tomatoes that any restaurant 5-star in my city would want to buy from me. Woo! Difference in the prompts. That's why I don't go to Chat GPT talking about, can you build my house rules? Chat GPT don't know what you're talking about. You got to give it the prompt. Oh, man, that's good. Can 5 of y'all say, wow, bro, that makes sense? Like, your thing was different from what I said. 5 of y'all agree with that? Put a number 5 in the chat. That's called an AI prompt. But sis, what if you didn't get it? No problem. Let's get a word from David and Dennis, and we'll be right back. Let's go, Dave.
What's going on, Dennis? When the next time you guys gonna have an event? I saw something on Facebook that you guys posted, didn't get a chance to read it all. I know I'd kind of be hit and miss, but I saw something about a class that you guys are going to be doing. What's that all about? Hey, what's going on, David? As I can see, big bro, you still remain to be a little bit of a knucklehead. Where have you been?
I'm going to stop that one because David was getting ready to say something about an event that we had already. So I had to stop that one. Let's get a word real quick from Miss Tiffany, who's already under our coach, and I'll be right back.
Hey, beautiful people. My name is Tiffany, and I'm the founder and executive director for Upward and Onward Jacksonville, Inc. First, I want to congratulate you for joining the ILF Masterclass, as this is your initial step, your first step for creating impact. So I came under Forston Consultants going on 2 years now, and I love it because their mentorship and their coaching is head on, side by side. They stay with you from the beginning and still now, even with me having multiple ILFs, they're still providing their coaching, their skills, and their knowledge, and just their support overall. They help with forms. They help with teaching you how to communicate with those property managers for the facilities and also those social workers, just giving you that extra push, those extra nuggets that you absolutely need to be successful in the ILF community. So I would like to say, come on over. Come over. We would love to have you. And just like my brother and sister stated, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is the place for you. You will not regret it. You will love it, but you have to do the work. You have to do the work. And also with the CRM, don't tell Derek, but yes, I'm still working. He cringes when I say that, but I'm still working my 9 to 5, but only because of their CRM that comes with their mentorship has allowed me to actually still be in a space that I love in my community doing social work. I am a social worker with doing these things and also being impactful with housing. So come on over. We would love to have you. Don't think about it. Do not, because you're going to think yourself out of it. But, pray on it for sure. And we'll love to see you over with the ILF family. Talk to you later.
I hope you guys are enjoying the information. If you want more information just like this, what you're hearing now, make sure you text the phrase more info and don't put it in the chat. Text it to this phone number. Text more info. That's MOREINFO to the phone number 407-326-0086. We're going to give you our complimentary webinar, and then that leads to a complimentary call with me and my team to talk about how fast can we get you started. Let's get back to the show.
All right, we are back. You heard the guy. Make sure you text more info to that phone number, 407-326-0086. 0086. That'll actually give you guys the introduction of this whole ILF thing. Obviously, we're bouncing around a lot today. That webinar gives you guys a more chronological order. Again, just takes those two words, more info, to the phone number 407-326-0086. And then again, remember, I'm going to be doing a masterclass coming up soon. I want to help a lot of people that want to do this, but can't go out and buy a house, rent one, or lease one yet. We'll put the word yet at the end of it. I want to show you guys the HRA model, which allows you guys to make money, help people, and you don't need no house. You need a cell phone and relationship. So I'm going to show you guys that. So, but before I do the masterclass, a great idea would be that if you guys text those three letters, HRA, text HRA to 407-326-0086, and that'll actually give you, again, the 14-minute webinar that breaks it down. And then now combine that with the coaching I'm going to give y'all. It's going to be a masterclass. Mar, you're my first staff member actually hearing me say this. Obviously, everybody else is off today. But Mar, let the team know and let Jess know I want to do a masterclass for, again, the ILF Academy. It's going to be for that group. For the paid group, actually, right? That 16-cent group. And I want to do that, an HRA coaching training, tell people how to fill beds, get that phone ringing, and how to refer out to other people until you get your own place. Because the day you get your place, it's time to upgrade you to something different, because now you will have your own place, so you refer into yourself. And that's the good part about the HRA, guys, that once you learn it, you're going to be able to refer to other people and yourself. Make sense, everybody? So the last thing that I left off on when I talked about paperwork was that handbook. Again, guys, page 6 of my handbook is what'll get you kicked out of my house if you don't follow that. There's rules all in that book, but page 6 will get you put out. So the fact that I think that they're not going to read my book anyway, I give it to them on page 6. I say, Tyrone, you sound like you're a great guy today, man, but if you can abide by these rules right here on page 6 and let's go over them, I still read them out loud. Tyrone, do you agree not to do drugs in here? Yep. Tyrone, you agree to take your medication every day? Yes, sir. Tyrone, you're not going to fight nobody here, are you? No, sir. And guys, remember, I've already done a whole assessment. This is just that last checkpoint before I move him in. Make sense? All right. Let's answer a few more questions, Mar. And I got about, 2 minutes left? HRA model me and my 5 daughters. I read it, Derek. Good stuff. Good stuff, Marsha. Marsha, make sure that you and your daughters watch that webinar. And I would also still consider the DIY, right? But I'll admit, guys, that HRA, and I'll admit I'm going to build a little bit of a product behind it. In fact, we used to have it, right? But I want to put something together that can help y'all do it, right? A package, because some of y'all have a 9-to-5 job and you don't have time to post on social media 7 days a week like I direct y'all to. That's how it works. So in that package, or a part of that package, could be a virtual assistant. Prime example, if you guys want to even see what that looks like from another standpoint, go to VA. I'm put www.va101.co. And I'm going to talk a lot about in that masterclass of this HRA of how we use virtual assistants to make all of this come true. Guys, I'm not very techie. I can barely turn this computer on, y'all. And God give me 1,000 ideas a minute, but I can't put none of them together. That's why I got 11 VAs that work for me. So a VA is a virtual assistant, right, that usually works abroad from where you're at. So we own a staffing agency in the Philippines. Mar, that's on here right now. Like, prime example, guys, where I live at, it's 11:44 a.m. Where Mar lives, it's 11:44 p.m. So we're on a 12-hour difference. So when they clock in for me at 9 o'clock in the morning, it's 9 at night for them. But they are who actually makes all of our dreams come true. Because, guys, I own 8 businesses. And I'll be honest, I'm only good at 2 of them. The other 6 are ran completely by people that live in another country from me. So I show you guys how to start businesses. And that's another thing that you guys are going to get from me in 2026. Mostly 99% of the time, guys, I only talk about ILF and real estate. In 2026, it's going to go like 70-30. I'm going to talk a lot more about other business ideas, other ways to make money, because we're in a weird economy right now. So my job as a business coach, I want to show you guys how you take a virtual assistant like Mar and a system like DFS, Digital Flow Solutions, and your idea or an idea that Chat GPT can give you. Prime example, I hired Mar. Mar, can you put in the chat how long ago we hired you? Mar's not a part of my first original team from like years ago. Mar's probably been around what, Mar? You think it's been 6 months yet? Mar, put in the chat last July. So July, August, September, October, November, 5 months. Guys, the day I hired Mar, I said, Mar, I'm hiring you and Jennifer. Y'all job is to make me $20,000 a month, and I'm going to show you how. They both went, I said, yes, I'm going to give you coaching, curriculum. I'm going to buy you a coach, and I'm going to put you in classes. We need to learn X, Y, and Z because I can't do it, and I'm going to put you in a class. Mara's in a class right now, guys, that's 6 weeks long. She's got 2 more weeks in this cohort class. Guys, what she's learning is going to make me 40 G's a month when we really get it. She's already making 15 from it right now. That was an idea Chat GPT gave me. Mar, who's a virtual assistant in the Philippines, and Digital Flow Solutions is the system we're using. Guys, I'm no genius. I know genius stuff, but I'm not. Most of my ideas in every business I have, God only gave me the idea. Other people and systems put it together. Now, the ILF, I went through the bumps, bruises, all that. As they say, get it from the mud. No more of getting it from the mud. You all now get it from the garden. No mud picking up from y'all no more. I'm y'all big brother. So y'all get it from the garden, from all these seeds I'm dropping. Nothing grows in the mud. So virtual assistants, well, first, God, virtual assistants, the software and systems we use, and our assessment is what makes us so successful with this. So in 2026, you guys are going to see a lot more about business coaching. I'm going to give y'all all kind of other ideas outside of housing and real estate. How do you take a VA and an idea that you got from Chat GPT and make something? We're in a time, guys, where this is the easiest time in life to make money. And most of it's digital now. Digital products, helping companies with AI. If you're not involved in AI, you're already behind, but you're still not too late. I'm going to say this bold statement. I think year 2026 is still the whole year a good time to get into it. But I truly believe this, and hear me when I say this. If you're not tinkering or at least messing around with AI by 2027, God bless your soul. You're going to be so lost, and you won't find out or figure out a way to make money. AI runs every business that we have, y'all, every one of them. Who knew that we would come to a day where AI is not involved in my real estate thing? Guys, our system, the AI agent, can answer your phone, do the whole assessment, talk to your people. Like, I got a recording, I think, here today that I can show y'all. No matter the business, whether you're on a bakery, a gym, a mechanic shop, you sell cupcakes, cookies, fried chicken, an AI agent can answer your phone, take your orders, and push that to you so that you can hear it for review. A lot of y'all got jobs, and that's fine. But how do you run the job and do the thing that God has put on your heart? You need some help. And most of that is going to be through a system and hiring virtual assistants. So one more time, I take VAs at $5 an hour. Very affordable, right? An idea that I'm going to probably get from Chat GPT or a download from God. And I'm going to use Digital Flow Solutions because that thing do everything. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Hey, what's going on, family? Are you somebody that needs some help in your life or your business? Are you somebody that has a lot of ideas, but you can't quite get them out? You probably need a virtual assistant, guys. And again, at $5 an hour, that's an absolute cheat code for you, your life, your family, and your business. Because oftentimes these virtual assistants guys can do a lot of what we can't. And they often come with a bachelor or a master's degree. So when it comes to the educational side of it, guys, these VAs are, again, the cheat code to everything that you're probably looking for. Most of you guys have a full-time job, so it's hard to kind of implement a lot of the ideas that God is giving you or the ideas that are in your heart. You should be visiting va101.co to get a virtual assistant that can help you in your life and your business and get some of these ideas out of your brain onto paper and then to implementation. One more time, visit va101.co, not .com, but va101.co, and get a virtual assistant, guys, for $5 an hour. It's the cheat code, and it'll be the best decision that you ever made. I promise. We figured out your problem. You have a great business or a great business idea. You just don't have a website. So visit digitalflowsolutions.net and get the best website in the world for only $97. And then you just pick your monthly plan. Let's get back to the content.
I hope you guys are enjoying the information, and we super appreciate you guys being here. Don't forget, though, if you want to be an affiliate of what we do to get 40% of it, make sure you guys text the word affiliate to 407-326-0086. And remember, I pay 40% of whatever you sell.
All right, we are back. We are back. Oh, and don't forget, guys, like the guy said, affiliates. So, guys, don't forget, like, I did all the work already. All the coaching, I wrote all the books, but if you refer somebody to it, I almost give you half of it. Does that make sense? So we've always did 10%, guys, but probably it's been, I think, 3 months now. We just flipped the cap on it. We pay 40%. So if you type the word affiliate to that same phone number and you sign up, if you introduce somebody to us through your link, if they buy my coaching, my ebooks, whatever, I give you almost half of it. So, guys, 40%. And a great example is that our legacy package is 20 G's. If you refer somebody to me and they get that, I'll sell you $8,000. Or I can cash app. Well, I can't cash app it. I can money order. Or I can fly it to you. At that point, I'll probably fly to you. I'll admit, anybody that does a legacy package in 2026, I'm going to fly to you and give you that money. Right? So our one-on-one coaching is, what is it, $4,997 for now until January. 40% of that is like 2 G's, y'all. Right? So there are some people, guys, that only sell our stuff and make introductions, as I call it. Because all you're doing is introducing them. And the best way to do it, and I'm going to teach all this too, probably in that same class, when you become an affiliate, don't just give people the link. Give them our webinar, which still is your link. Because when you sign up to be an affiliate, and some of y'all don't even know what an affiliate is, so forgive me. But when you sign up as an affiliate, it's like I give you my whole website. So you're going to get a forstonconsultants.com/0899 Shamika Wilson. Like, your name will be on it, right? And then what happens is when, if you're real smart, you click on in that website webinars and send that out to everybody. I got a lady right now, y'all. She actually run ads on it. She literally run ads to our webinar with her link. Y'all, she made like $6,000 a month. And all she's doing is introducing people to what we do. Do y'all understand that, or is anybody lost? We got people that only share their affiliate link for our ebooks, for our coaching, for our masterclass. And I got a lady, now I have a few of y'all that do this, you know, here and there and once a month. I got one lady, she make about $6,000 a month outside of her regular job. How many of y'all could use an extra $6,000 a month? And guys, she got real smart. She said, Derek, I'm gonna run ads on this. Really? She said, Derek, I'm gonna put $10 on this a day and see what it do. And when she hit her first one, she moved it from $10 to now she does $25 a day. And all she does is say, hey guys, ever want to change your life through real estate and helping people? Click this link. That's all she says. That link is her affiliate link, but it's our webinar. Oh, I hope y'all understand it. And then when people watch the webinar, like, oh my God, I want to do that, and they sign up, my system tells me where it came from. So don't call me and say, hey, Derek, I sent you Miss Josephine Anderson. That ain't going to work because I won't be able to know that. But if you use your link, my system going to tell me you sent me Miss Josephine. So, guys, that's another way to make money. I'm going to be talking about a lot of that, too, in the new year, because I think some of y'all just don't get it. Like, I don't think y'all understand that y'all can make money from something where I got to do all the work. I wrote the book. I went through the bumps and bruises. I sat down and wrote all the books. I got to fulfill the coaching. You just made an introduction through our webinar. I ain't saying go run ads on it, even though I think that's genius. But now that thing pays for her to get sales every month because she's putting $25 on it, which is getting in front of a lot of people. A lot of people want to do this. And I'll admit, I ain't the coach for everybody. Some people may not like my style. Derek, you too loud. Derek, you talk about God too much. Derek, like, why you got to repeat yourself all the time? So I may not be for everybody. But for the people that I am for, she's making 6 G's a month, and I got to do all the work. She does no work. Can 20 of y'all tell me at least that y'all understand how that works? Because most times when I'm talking about the affiliate, I feel like most of y'all don't even get it. Can 20 of y'all tell me, Derek, like, I'm not dumb, bro. Like, I get it, Derek. Well, do it. Create more income for yourself. In fact, the same lady, y'all, that's how she bought her package. Like, she didn't just buy my coaching at first. She became an affiliate. She sold the first, 3, which don't even take 3. She made her first, because I think 4997, 40% of that, I think, is 1997, I think. I just say 2 G's. Gosh, she sold 3 of those like fast. Pay for her coaching. She's now being coached by us. In fact, I may bring her into the community to teach y'all what she did. Because I don't think y'all get it when I talk about it. Let me check the chat. Christine says, I get it. Mary, she get it. Somebody say, okay, cool. I don't see a lot of those, so that still makes me believe most people don't get what I mean. So what I'm going to do is probably that same night that I do the HRA training, I'm going to do a little bit of training on how to be an effective affiliate. Like, now, I'll admit, I don't know personally. Well, actually, no, I do. That'd be a lie. I do know personally people, especially my coach. One of my coaches, he coaches a guy that makes like $6 million a year, and all he does is affiliates. He sells other people's stuff. He finds somebody that's got a high ticket program, anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000, and he sells it, and he runs ads to it. I think that is so genius that if you don't kind of know what God has called you to yet, why don't you get involved with something that you believe in? Some of y'all believe in what this is. Some of y'all believe in us as a company. Why wouldn't you be an affiliate of this? I got a high ticket. I got one for 20, one for 5, and one for 997. And I pay 40% on whatever you sell. So anyway, that just came up with a thought. I'm actually going to probably teach that more. So Marsha said, I ain't that slow. Marsha, now Marsha, the reason why I do that, Marsha, because I am a little bit slower when it comes to like catching stuff. But anybody that know me will tell you, but boy, once Derek got it, ooh, you can't take it from him. But I'll admit, Marsha, I don't catch things right away. Like, I'm not that guy. But boy, when I do catch it, game over. For me, it was the ILF thing too. Like, once I got this, and then God just blessed it that once this kind of became a thing, God bless everything else that I put my hands on. So where y'all hear that for 2 seconds, this was my first business ever. I own 8 now. I truly believe God blessed this one business because it took a lot of me before I ever made a dime. I think God honors that when we start a business, like most businesses, you got to spend money before you make money. So as you guys are getting prepared and set up, talk to God and say, God, you know what? You see what I'm doing, but I'm going to just say it anyway. God, I'm spending a lot of money getting ready to help a lot of people that, quite frankly, might not even be grateful for it. But God, I'm building your kingdom and I'm building this ministry to help folks. God, can you honor that and bless me? And God, make me rich and add no sorrow. I'll admit, I wish I would have remembered to say that prayer in the beginning. But I still believe that the route he had me to go through, it didn't matter what I prayed. God was already predetermined. Derek, you're going to be the guy. But I'm going to make you go through bumps, bruises, embarrassment, Channel 8 news, and lawsuit. Derek, I'm going to hurt you financially. And not, watch this, y'all. One of my favorite quotes, put this in the chat. Everything ain't always God sent, but everything is God used. I don't believe God sent all that bad stuff to me. But boy, how did he use it though? That's how he's genius. Like God had already predetermined, Derek, you're gonna be the guy that I'm gonna use to go over the whole world to teach this model. But Derek, guess what come with it though? Lawsuits, embarrassment, channel 8 news, and being poor most of your life. Guys, I've been poor most of my life. Not today, I feel really rich, but guys, I've been poor most of my life until God gave me this business. He gave me the job in 2011. I left that job in 2000, and what was that, 2019? I showed the actual picture on the masterclass, and when I drove off, I showed y'all the picture the day I drove off, time stamped. It was like 2:20 in the afternoon, March 19th, I think. In fact, because of that, I'm gonna do something stupid crazy this year to be a blessing to people, probably on that day. So Mar, if you can hear me, remind me to do something really crazily, like in a good way. Like I want to bless somebody. Like I don't know what yet, but I want to bless somebody with something. I don't know if it's coaching, if it's with money, cash. I want to do something crazy on March 19th every year moving forward from this day. I just thought of that randomly. It's probably God. Let's set up some kind of scholarship, Mar, for the 19th of March. And I want to do something crazy because that's the day I walked off of that job, y'all, and drove off of that place for the last time. Now I go back to that same place, y'all, and pick up checks. So it's pretty cool. So I've done that live before, and I've showed y'all, right? Driving to that place where I worked at for 9 years. I pick up checks from that place now, y'all, and not 2-week checks. One-time check for housing somebody for a month. Okay. So, guys, I hope today was an absolute blessing to you all. I hope that I reached a lot of people that's new to us and don't know who we are and what we do. Please know that this is a small snippet of who we are and what we do still. I got over 1,200 videos under my live tab right here on YouTube. So when you do your research for us, when you go to YouTube, click the tab that says live. Now I got stuff under videos too, but that's just stuff, is just whatever. The live tab has where we go for hours like this, coaching and teaching. Guys, over 1,200 videos. So again, if you're somebody that, Derek, like I'm a researcher, Derek, I watch videos. I would say, man, soak this stuff up. But if you say, Derek, man, I want to skip the line, bro. I want to watch all your videos. I want to get it right from you. You would consider the ILF Mastery Blueprint. And I would encourage you guys to go to forstonconsultants.com. That way you guys can see the DIY version, the one-on-one version, and really easy what separates those two. You get everything with the DIY that the one-on-one do, except me. I'm involved in the IMB. My DIY people, and there's hundreds, thousands of y'all now. And a lot of y'all do really well. And you've never spoken to me like my one-on-one people. That's why the DIY is a real testament to you guys putting your hands to the plow and doing the work. So I'm so proud of you all. Because again, y'all don't get my one-on-one coaching, but all of the coaches in the DIY. So when you guys get our coaching, there's a portal. And when you sign up, all of my coaching in a chronological order of what to do. So if you never talk to me, you don't have to. I got thousands of people that get our DIY and do well at it, right? But if you anything like me, where I say I learn things a little bit slower, sometimes I'm a knucklehead and things have to be repeated to me. But boy, once I got it, it's hard to get it away from me. So I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all so much for sticking around. For all of my college and football fans, y'all have a great day today. I'm going to get y'all out before the games start. But also I encourage you guys to, man, pour into yourself. There was one point in my life when I was such a fanatic fan of sports that it just overtook my life. And I'll admit today, I don't watch a lot of TV or sports. If it ain't about learning or making money or helping people, I really ain't involved in it. So I love to serve God, serve people. I love making money because money extends my mission. I'm able to be a blessing to people, right? So super excited about that. Again, make sure you follow us guys 7 days a week on our YouTube channel at Forston Consultants, where we go live. I'm going to have another masterclass coming up, and I'm going to dedicate it to people that want to get involved in this, but don't have a property and don't see them getting one in the next few months. But you want to make money and impact right now. That's what the HRA is. And if you text again, HRA to 407-326-0086, that'll give you that 14-minute free webinar, HRA. And then I'm gonna give a whole masterclass on it, probably 2 or 3 hours. Y'all know me. I'm gonna go quite a long time on that one because I want you to get it. Because some of y'all think you got to have a house to do this. You don't. You need a cell phone and relationship, and you can make referrals to people and still get paid. So I'm going to coach you how to charge a referral fee, what to charge, when to charge it, when do you get it, how do you set it up. And again, we got the system to actually do it all as well. Okay. Any other announcements, Mark, that maybe I have forgotten? Anything that I missed? Oh, and by all means, again, the $5 group, guys, that's 16 cents a day. That was an idea I truly believe that also God gave me. He's like, Derek, do something stupid, crazy to just like, why would do something to make them say, like, why would I say no to that? Like, I want this group to feel like it's a $500 a month group, but just with what is that, a 90% discount, a 95% discount? Guys, it's $5. And if I'm correct, that's 16 cents a day. So if you want that group, and I'll admit right now, nothing's in it because it's brand new. The first thing that's going in that group, and lucky for us, Mar edited the video already, so it's good to go. In fact, Mar, can we put that in there before Monday, or should we just stick to Monday? Because if Mar can do that today, that'd be cool. But if not, I don't want to push anything. So Mar, you tell me, could that go in that group today, or do we stick with Monday at 10? Mar's the boss of that. Mar is also the boss of my YouTube channel. So guys, I'm not the boss of none of my stuff. Right? Mar in the Philippines runs this whole YouTube channel. She got it monetized. She gets us paid from it. She sets up the rooms, the titles, the copy. I ain't involved in none of that. I'm involved in coming on, and when they say, Derek, go on, I say, hey, everybody, like, this is my part. But Mar does all of that stuff, guys, because I can't do any of that. And the more y'all hang around us, you will see that I use a VA for everything. I'm not techie. I can't type fast, not good at social media, but my team, they're absolutely amazing. So Marsha says, can't wait for that class. Me too, Marsha, because it's been a while since I did an HRA only. Most people, 99% of people that find us want to say, Derek, I want to do it. Well, great. But what about the people that want to do it, but can't afford to go buy a house or rent one? How do you start the ecosystem now? How do you start the stepping stones now? Because a lot of people start the HRA, and that's how they get their first rental property. They save up that referral fee as a down payment on their first ILF as a rental. So that's going to kind of be the topic. So the link for the, Mark, can you put that link either in the chat or in the group? And guys, that link is it's $5 a month. And that same community is who Shay and I will be building with. Shay and I are creating our own ILF association. I'll just tell you right now, I'll let the cat out the bag. IMB members, you guys are already grandfathered into that kind of stuff. DIY people will also be grandfathered into that kind of stuff. But anybody that's in that $5 a month group, you guys will be a part of that new association that we're building. And I think, I don't know, me and my team are kind of fighting about it. I think I'm going to keep the free Facebook Academy. It's 15,000 people in it right now, y'all, right? The only way by some chance I don't keep that group is when we do fully announce it to the public that, and I'll admit, I don't expect 15,000 people to go over. Like, some people are going to be spammers. Some people are going to be tire kickers. Some people are going to think 16 cents a day is stupid and why should I charge it? I don't want them in it anyway. So if when we do it, let's just say 10,000 people from the 15 go, I'll admit I actually may cut that group off and just end it because I want everybody in this new group. Another thing that really I'm inspired by is that what if Facebook or Instagram decide to shut down? Guys, I can't control what they do. So I want to create my own group. And the cool part about the system that we give y'all for the coaching, that feature is in there. You can start your own group, which is what I teach y'all to do anyway. So if you under my coaching, you already know that. You should have your own group. And with DFS, you got the feature that I'm going to be using. So again, because I think most of y'all don't even get what I'm talking about, I'm also going to break all of that down that night when I coach that HRA masterclass. Okay. So to get that link, Mar put it in the chat. Now, what I don't know is if that link's clickable. Mar, is that link clickable? Like if they click that right now from YouTube, does that work? Or will they have to copy and paste? because I don't know if that link is clickable. So but also for the lady that asked it, you can also just text the word 5. I think my team also set that up. So text the word 5 to 407-326-0086. And as I said, one of the first things that is actually going in that group is that masterclass that's already done that we did December the 10th. So Mar says, no, they have to copy it or text 5. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Ms. Viola says she's already joined. Perfect. Great job, Ms. Viola. And again, the first thing, probably besides a welcome video, Shay and I will probably do a welcome video, but even if we don't, I want the first thing in that group to be something that I would probably normally charge $297 just for the replay. But I want y'all to get it for 16 cents a day, and it stays in that group. So I'll answer it right now. No, none of my coaching goes in that free ILF Academy group. I want that to stay the way it is in terms of just people working together and growing. And I want the new group to be the same, but just kind of on steroids a little bit, right? So that's how I kind of want the little group. And that's why I'm not even really charging that much for it. I want to feel like that group should be 500 because I'm getting people in text messages every week from the free group. People that just saying, Derek, thank you, bro, for just putting this together. Like, I filled my beds because of this group. Guys, most people will charge you for stuff like that. So that's why I'm kind of fighting with my team. Do I leave that free group or do I just bring everybody over? So, let me see. Somebody put it worked. So maybe they were able to click that, Mar. Tia, were you able just to click that link, Tia? I thought maybe you guys couldn't click it, that you would have to probably copy and paste it. Tia, let me know in the chat if you could click that link, actually. That's pretty cool if that is true. Marsha said it works too, so I'm not sure if they're telling me that it works from the clickable. Oh, perfect. Perfect, Marsha, thanks. See, I didn't know that because from my end, it looks like that is just the words. So perfect. So I tell you what, Mar, put that back on screen then maybe, the actual link. I wonder, can they click it from the screen? That'd be cool. Tia, can they click it from the screen like while it's on screen too? Perfect. See, my system just said somebody named Renee. I think you just got it. RENAI. And so see how fast that even comes to me on my screen, on my phone or computer? Guys, we give y'all this same system. The way I'm telling y'all, hey, text the word 5 to get this. Y'all gonna be saying, text the word bed, social workers, to get my bed availability and to book a call with us to talk about how we can work together. Like, we give y'all that. And we teach y'all how to use it. Y'all should be having webinars like me. Are you a social worker? Text the word bed to get our availability and to book a call with me and my team to talk about how we can work together to take people from homeless to hopeful. That's your commercial. I'm giving it to you. And using our system. Because remember, with the coaching, I give it to y'all. You just pay a hosting fee every month to be on the World Wide Web. But like if you went to digitalflowsolutions.net right now, you can book a free discovery call. But now if you got a hair salon or a barbecue shop, you're going to pay for that. But with the ILF coaching, either DIY or one-on-one, guys, I give y'all this system. Okay? So that's another thing. So Tia, thank you for responding and let me know. I didn't know that actually. So that's good news. And I see a few more y'all doing it. So somebody else just did it. So yeah, perfect. So other than that, guys, I'm gone. I love you guys like a fat kid loves cake. I'll see you guys over the next 2 days. I'll admit Saturdays and Mondays are my favorite days. I don't know why, but Saturdays and Mondays are my favorite. But we'll see you guys. Remember, 6 days a week at 7 p.m. Eastern. But Saturday, meaning today, is the only day, y'all, where we go 10 a.m. Eastern. So I'll see y'all tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. And watch this with your family, your business partner, anybody that you know loves God, loves people, and love real estate. And watch this. If you do know somebody like that, give them your referral affiliate link. Don't just say, hey, girl, go check out Derek. Say, girl, click my link and go check out Derek. Because if she buy, I want to pay you. I don't want to just say, well, thank you so much, Miss Marsha. I appreciate that you sent Miss Tina and her family to us. They bought our coaching. No, I want to say, Tina, where can I Zelle your $2,000 at? Because the Fowler family just came in because of your link. Marsha, does that make sense? So somebody gonna get that, and maybe you will get it on the masterclass. But I want to show you guys, man, how y'all should be. Now, I told my IMB people this, right? And as I see Mary on the screen, because Mary's IMB, Mary, y'all should be making $2,000 a month minimum, just telling people how great we are. And I'm joking about saying that. But if you know somebody that love God, love people, love real estate, you enjoying the coaching, why not put that out every day? Watch this. If you got a virtual assistant, that should be a part of her job 7 days a week. Hey, Kim, put out every day that if you love God, love people, and trying to get into real estate, click this link. Mary, you should be posting that every day. It's like playing the lottery or your play 3, the play 4. Some of y'all play y'all numbers every day. This is the same as playing your numbers with a higher chance of somebody wanting it and you getting it. Oh, Lord, somebody gonna meet me. Mary, somebody trying to hit that 443. Somebody trying to hit that 1225. I know y'all play y'all numbers. Now, y'all, here goes a secret. I used to play the lottery all the time. Watch this. When God gave me this, I felt like I hit the lottery. I don't play lottery no more. Now, I will buy a scratch off every blue moon. But back in the day when I was poor, dreaming to hit that lottery, I wasted a bunch of money on playing my numbers. So y'all get away from that. Get on this and post it 7 days a week. And it sounds like this, real slow. Do you love God, love people, and always want to get into real estate and mix it all together to make a bunch of money to feed your family and to build the kingdom of God? Click this webinar below. It'll guide you all the way, and they'll answer all your questions when you're done with it. Guys, remember, we're doing all the work. They talk to my team to answer questions, not y'all. Mary, they're not going to call you for saying, well, Mary, no. That's my team will take care of that. You just make the fulfillment of pushing that webinar. Oh, I hope that makes sense. Somebody gonna miss it, but I'm gonna break it down because I'm good at that. I just got a limited amount of time on the YouTube channel. For anybody that's ever joined my webinar, y'all know we go for hours. I talked for 3 hours and 58 minutes the other night, y'all. Okay. So with that being said, I love you guys like a fat kid loves cake. I'm gonna check my announcement thing over here one more time. And my little sticky note thing here. Let me see if I hit everything on my little sticky note. Mar, you'll be proud of me, Mar. I found this feature on my computer, who I'm not very techie, that says sticky note. And I wrote a bunch of notes on it. Let me see if I hit it all. Mark, can you remind the people about VA 101 in case if they need a virtual assistant for their cake business, their restaurant, to answer their phone at their salon? Put up how can they get a virtual assistant for only $297 to vet, to train, and endorse that VA to their business. And then at $5 an hour, I think it's like $135 a week, cheat code. Put that on screen too. If you guys want a virtual assistant to help you in your business or your life, we got some people that are just like moms, and they just get a VA to help them with their kid in school. Meaning that when the kid come home for school with homework, the VA clocks in. They do all the back and forth with the teacher. They help with homework. They do tutoring. Like, guys, whatever you can think of, a VA can do it. Because some of them got a skill set of a bunch of different stuff. And then if they don't, we give them training. Mar knew nothing about this class that I sent her to for 6 weeks. Now she's a genius, and it's going to make me $40,000 a month. Lord have mercy. Come on, guys. Does that make sense? That's the new way of business today. We'll talk about that later. Y'all, I appreciate you guys so much for spending y'all time with me today. I'm going to pray y'all out of here. Y'all have a beautiful weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow at 7, and especially Monday at 7. That's my favorite. Mondays and Saturdays are kind of my favorite days. Also, we're going to start this new thing tomorrow. I want to start hearing from our people. What do they want me to discuss? We usually, Mar, we have our own agenda, and we take questions from the chat. I want to start something that allows them to tell me. I want everybody to tell me. Derek, talk about this today, big bro. Big bro, you ain't talked about this in 3 weeks. Bring this back up, Derek. Derek, this is where I am now. Can we talk about this? Right? So, Mar, let's build some kind of form or something. And I want to be able to give it to my active people on YouTube and say, what do y'all want me to talk about? Okay? And again, y'all, for a lot of y'all, that affiliate thing is going to be what's going to bless y'all, man. Because, and as I love to say, even if you don't believe in our stuff, you don't want to sell our stuff, find somebody you like or a product you love and advertise. It costs you no money. They got websites, y'all, with just stuff that you can sell. You click it, it give you your own link. You share that link all over the world, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And if you run ads on it, game over. And you guys can make money from stuff that you don't even have to fulfill. That's the cool part about it. You sell my coaching, I got to fulfill that coaching, not you. You move on to find the next person. Nevertheless, Father God, thank you so much for the seed that was sown today. God, I thank you for the ability and the strength that you give me to come and share this stuff. God, I feel like you gave it to me. And thank you for allowing me to give it to the people. Now, Father God, allow them to move at the speed of instruction to do what you've already called them to do. We believe that procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God will give you more time for something he's already told you to do. So, Father God, help these people not procrastinate. God, you put it on their hearts. You put it on their heads. Now give them an able body to do so. Father God, I speak healing over all of these people from the top of their head to the soles of their feet. There is nothing wrong with these folks. They are healed, delivered, and set free. Because God, sometimes it's hard to do your will with the lack of money and the lack of the proper health. So today, God, we are healed, delivered, and we're set free. And nothing will stop these people from getting started. Not a hater in their city, not a city official. Nobody, no devil in hell will stop this mission. Because God, this is about you and your people. Yes, we gonna start the business, but God, this is your program. And God, before these people ever get started, I dedicate their places to you right now. Before they ever move anybody through the threshold of that door, God, I speak peace over their place. I speak that they are the answer to the problem in their city. God, there's a lot of problems in the city, and we want to be the solution. So, Father God, thank you for letting these people get involved in it. Because God, you don't favoritism people. Like you have no favorites. You love the lady that was making 41 grand housing people in roaches, just like you love us. But God, we promise to be different. Help us to be different. Help us to be different. Help us to stand out amongst everybody else that's trying to do this in our city. Make us stand out. Allow them to see the Jesus in us. Oh, God, we'll be ever so careful. And we'll give you the glory, the honor, and the praise. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ever ask, according to God's power that worketh in us. Amen. Oh, oh, I love you guys. Y'all be good. I pray God's speed on your life and that every dream, whether it's this or something else, we and God will be a part of it and you will succeed in Jesus' name. Y'all be good.